Um, Make me feel like paradise. Give me what I'm missing. Send me to the highest heights. Take me up and away. I've tasted love so many times, with something always missing. But I know that you got the kind to take me up and away. See, because it's like that time that Nanimo got shot into the air. That's Love, Light, and Flight by Stevie Wonder.
I was vibing. I was bopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really feeling it.
Welcome back to Naruto D&D Making Waves. This one may be a bit different. We're still experimenting with how we open these things up without doing recaps unless they are arc recaps. And this time I did the song instead of our wonderful first player introduced this time because they're still experimenting. The lieutenant of the team, Hikari Kesho Runescript, the level 4 tactical strategist, intel operative ninja.
I am sad.
Oh my. Not last and possibly not least this time, because this is the arc about his character, the fast-legged, little hyperactive, knuckle-headed ninja boy with a outdated bingo book who does not want to end up in the land of fuck, which he has already claimed as his home. It is Nanimo Junbai, the story buster, the level 4 Void Walker Hunterman.
I don't want to die, but I'm worried I'm going to.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Buddy, we'll see. Buddy, we'll see. We'll see. It's your arc.
We'll see.
Hikari lived through her arc, and for a second there, I did not know if she would. And you know who else lived through their arc, and for a second there, I wasn't 100% sure if she would? It is the audacious, voracious, the cantankerous, the hankerous, the most rootin' tootin'est, little ninja orphaned criminal empire counterfeiter. It's Ava Rice Pickled Dill, the level 4 legendary sucker Medcanim.
I'm having a great time, but Ava is also sad.
Okay.
Aww.
When we last left off, you guys had just gotten to your camp. You had a heart-to-heart with Sheni, and some other things happened, but the session kind of fizzled out in a way that implies that you guys, at some point after your harsh training, and the emotions that kind of ran high after that conversation with your sensei, you probably once again, just got yourselves passed out. Nanimo Black, the shadow of Nanimo, his shadow clone, his true shadow clone, made them a nice dinner, probably like one of the best dinners Nanimo has had in a long time because it was his own cooking, but he didn't have to personally do it. I remember him having some feelings about that. It was probably some like salmon croquettes. I remember we talked about like croaker and stuff like that. It was probably a good dinner. You guys are probably full. Sheni probably ate a lot because I don't think Sheni is like up and at him too well this morning. He ran you guys' Black Ghost independently of you for a while, so he's gonna sleep in a bit, I think. So what are you guys doing that you might be waking up this morning?
Ava's gonna wake up in a cold sweat, probably a bit early. She's had a nap.
Hikari's probably awake a little early because she's an early riser to begin with. Huntress.
Sure. Damn, Ava had a nightmare. I can't decide if I want to try like live in-story stuff anymore, or if I want to leave that for an in-story.
I can tell you what the nightmare was if you want.
It's so tempting because I feel like I also don't know who should do the next in-story. I've lost track on like in-stories for a bit, so I'm gonna have to. We're also recording session 17 before I edited session 16, even though it's been a week since we played session 16. I've been in a bit of a rut. Sorry about that, people. So we'll leave for an in-story. We'll leave for an in-story, I think. Unless you want to tell the audience. Unless you think it's key for the audience to know in this session.
No, unless it gets brought up, she probably wouldn't mention it. Just some recent events being churned around in that stunted brain of hers.
That brain of yours might be experiencing things in events to come. So we'll check back in on that later. Nanimo Junbai, what are you doing this morning? Are you sleeping in with your sensei?
Nanimo might have got up to cook, but I do think he's probably just sleeping. He probably woke up, thought, do I cook? No, and went back to sleep.
Fair enough.
He's sleeping in with Sheni.
And Hikari, you were about to say something.
Okay, so Hikari would probably have been awake just before Ava, so she would have seen Ava waking up in a cold sweat. So what she would then do is fold the notes that she'd left on Hikari's bedroll because she is now deciding, no, this can wait for another time, and would then grab a little packet of tea out of one of her other pockets chamomile and lavender to be specific, and would go outside to start making some tea.
That does sound nice.
It does.
Yep.
Ava's probably not going to pay her much mind, just kind of be like, okay, I don't know, maybe she went to get breakfast or wash her face. She's going to probably sit alone and just reflect.
To give you guys a more clear like view of like what your climate is on this nice morning, it's a bit overcast. Like you can see there are some darker clouds like rolling in. If you're looking up through the canopy of it's still that you got still in that kind of swampy area that Sheni kind of ducked you off into to do your training. You know, your creepy ass Sensei always has to have the kind of danky places.
Spooky place. Yes, he's not taking us to a nice hotel.
No, Sheni has never taken you guys to a church to train. He's not. Yeah, Well, no, he almost turned you guys into Perro's hotel. Remember that? Remember that almost happened?
Yeah, that almost happened.
Yeah, that would have been horrible.
Yeah.
I need to stress that would have been horrible.
Yeah.
I would have liked to be able to have a place with an actual shower.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you guys are chilling off in there. You can see where it might be like a storm rolling in a bit later, but you probably have a good bit of time. Like you'll probably be moving before it rolls in, and you have to worry about maybe the water being choppy or any kind of like lightning strikes or anything that might make you not want to be water walking at the time. Yeah, that should be all good. It's and because of like the rain coming in, it's probably getting a bit humid, so if Ava is waking up in that cold sweat, you probably aren't going to be like super like noticeable about it, because you guys all might have like a light one building up. These haven't been the greatest conditions for the last few days while you've been doing this training, but it's meant to like both keep you hidden away and be kind of rough on you, so you can get some exertion out of it.
So how long would it take for Hikari to make that tea?
Hikari, give me a crafting roll with advantage.
Okay, just give me 1 second, because I forgot to get my character sheet back up after the internet issues we had earlier.
No, you're fine, friend. I only got the dice out a bit ago.
Okay, here we go. Crafting roll with advantage?
Yes, ma'am. Roll twice. Take the higher.
Okay, my highest roll was 14 plus 7. That equals 21.
Oh yeah, you're able to whip it up. Like you find a really nice blend of stuff, and like you find some stuff to throw into it that you think would be nice. And you kind of make your own blend, and you have it done within like 3 minutes. Like you have your water boiled using the embers of the fire from last night, or the coals of the fire from last night, I should say. Mm-hmm. So you make like really decent time. You don't even make that much noise while you're doing it. Very nice, very tidy. And with your roll, I'm gonna say you have enough left for 1 cup. And Hikari,
yep,
roll a d4.
Okay, 1 second. 2.
Add 2 temporary chakra. Oh, it's not for you. I thought you tried some.
Nope. Pardon?
I thought you would have tried some.
He might have taken a tiny sip, but the tea itself, on the whole, isn't for her.
Okay, fair enough. I want to start playing some more with like food and temporary, buffs from them, because it is something that Nanimo's cooking is able to do and Cooking Ninja can do.
Yeah.
So that's just a fun mechanic. It's very, very Breath of the Wild.
Yep. So Hikari's made a cup.
Yeah, that you have enough for 2 cups then.
Excellent. Hikari is going to pour those 2 cups, then head back into the tent.
Okie dokie.
Morning, Hikari.
Anybody else doing anything? You might be running into each other by this point.
I mean, Ava's still in the tent, so she's just trying to be, very nonchalant. Trying to act like she didn't wake up stressed.
You want to make a deception roll?
Preferably, yeah.
You can. I always say that players aren't like confined to rolls, but yeah, roll for me.
I crit failed, which is...
You crit failed?
I crit failed right off the bat.
Describe this crit fail for me, please. I always describe you guys as fails and successes.
I'm gonna say Ava still has some tears in her eyes,
Aww.
Hey, Hikari, just trying to wipe it away, look like nothing's wrong.
Hikari is going to act like nothing is different, because she knows that Ava wouldn't want her drawing attention to it. She just says, "Good morning," and hands her the cup.
Okay, Hikari, you make a deception. I didn't notice that. Here's your tea. Great morning.
I got a dirty 19.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
That is great.
Yeah, Ava, you think she didn't notice.
This is why we're such a good team.
Ava, you failed so hard to hide your emotions that Hikari just read you like a book, and you have also failed to notice. That's hilarious.
That is. Ava's just kind of shocked at the tea. She's going to look at it, inspect it. You know, she hasn't had tea in so long that wasn't made. Like, maybe she had some of Teeny's, you know, Sheenie's tea party tea, but, like, no one's, like, brought her tea in years. So it's like, tea?
You gonna have a sip?
Yeah, she's going to drink it. She's quite grateful.
Roll that D4 for me.
Ooh, 3.
Add 3 temp chakra.
Nice. 3 temp.
You may need
Oh, so do I add the temporary chakra of 2?
Yes.
Oh, that reminds me.
Yes.
Am I
Excellent.
back to full hit points now because of sleeping?
Yes, you guys have had a long rest outside of training mode, so you are
Thank God.
completely fine now.
Thank God, I was at like 10 hit points.
My bad. I should have explicitly said that. It would have been a lot funnier if I left you like half health, half chakra, or something like that.
Yeah, I said
So now you gotta get one more in.
I barely had over 10. I was so worried.
Oh, in that case, half health, half chakra would have been great for you. Also, Ava, it's so funny. You never healed yourself through all of that.
No, I don't think Ava's ever healed herself, which is
I found that
hilarious.
hilarious.
I never even, like, genuinely, I don't think Ava's ever considered the idea of healing herself, because I don't think of healing myself. I think of just healing my party members. Yeah,
That'd be funny.
she's probably never considered it.
Yeah, we'll see if I play around with that.
Yeah, so she's just drinking the tea, you know. This is lavender and chamomile, she's gonna assume. I mean, she knows teas. She knows how to conduct a tea ceremony.
I think Hikari probably could have
just
found
says-
some wild mint too, probably.
Mm.
Get a little kick,
Yeah, just kind of tasting it out.
Growing nearby.
That'll be good. We can chew that, you know, to try and, you know, just make things a little more pleasant. Yeah,
Yeah, especially in the swamp.
but anyway, she'll drink her tea appreciatively, just hoping that the rehydration will make her eyes a little less red.
Yeah, I also assume by now you probably could have had some attempts to wipe your eyes. but
Yeah.
By the rolls, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, just she'll drink. It's like, so did you sleep all right? Actively not asking about the poem.
You rolled like we were using those original first edition rules for female characters.
Yes.
I had to reference that because I had seen that video before you sent it. Anyway,
It's such a good video. So
it was insane. Yeah, you Nanimo, are you still sleeping away?
He will get up at this point. He can hear. He's got decent ears. He can hear them talking. So he's now lumbering himself out of bed, and seeing them two talking away and thinking they're going on the mission today. He'll start cooking. He'll go through whatever supplies we've got, and he'll start cooking a makeshift breakfast for everyone.
Okay, cool. Nanimo, I want you to give me a survival roll with advantage.
With advantage. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So 13. 19.
Oh yeah, great. Nanimo, you find that Nanimo Black actually packed you away a lot of fish. Like, it's salt packed. You guys don't really have a lot of access to any like ice out here, and it's very hot, so it wouldn't last long. So it's already like drying the fish out a lot, but it's a lot of like salt packed fish to preserve it. And I'm gonna say you guys is like your usual, you know, food storage crate that you keep in a storage seal. So you already have some ingredients to get started with. So you like part of your job is already done for you.
If anyone has seen Nanimo wake
Nice.
up, all they see them do is him high five his shadow, and then he starts working away. He's so grateful he didn't have to start. He's got half of the job done.
Yeah, I do
we
find
see
it
that?
funny that were you guys in the tent or were you sitting outside of your tent while drinking your tea?
In the tent.
Yeah, in the tent.
You probably don't see the high five for the shadow then.
Damn. So much meanness Ava's missing out on.
My word.
Yeah, and then I will just start cooking, trying to just make something which is an appropriate breakfast for the group to eat.
All right, yeah, we'll use that 19 for the cooking roll as well. So
Okay,
it
brilliant.
comes out pretty well.
Nice.
And your shadow sous chef is a pretty helpful companion for you. Yeah, you guys are enjoying your morning. Again, Sheni was running those shadows for a bit. Ava Black socked him, so he might still be a bit miffed about that.
Yep.
Your sensei is still.
And Hikari Black also gave him an overdose of truth serum to give him a headache.
Oh yeah, she did. I almost forgot about that because that was funny.
Proof that Hikari deep down does have a vindictive streak.
Oh, they're your like actual shadows. So I mean, yeah, that's part of what you try to hide is gonna come out through them.
Oh
Yep.
God. Are we actually going to see niceness out of Ava Black? Vulnerability?
I'm gonna roll a dice just to see. That's 2. You guys start to hear some thunder. You're gonna hear within like the next 3 or 4 minutes 2 strikes of lightning. So
Like
you can
nearby.
hear a
Oh,
storm
lovely.
like you can near-ish. You can hear a storm like lightly starting. There's like a very light sprinkle beginning to come down.
Fuck. It's gonna suck to
Tiny bit
train like
rainy.
this.
Tiny
it-
bit rainy.
Does it sound natural, or does it feel influenced by something else? Which is a very weird question to ask.
I'll let you.
In Naruto, not really.
Yeah, not really. It's not an improper question to ask. I can't because you don't have like. Well, you have. We've established sensory abilities for you. I'll let you roll a ninjutsu to see if you can sense like the influence of some like foreign chakra in the environment around you. The check will be fairly difficult though.
I think I might surpass the check. 21, 25. I think.
Not really. I'm gonna say with that, I assume you're going for a ripple. Well, nah, you don't have to use a ripple sensory, but
No, I'm just kind of. He's just kind of watching it to see if there's.
Okay,
He's seen a lot of storms growing up in the wave,
true.
so he's just looking for anything which stands out as unnatural to him.
Nothing
Like-
pops out at you immediately, Nanimo. I'm gonna say with your role, you like, and also just the experience you've had like using a sensory jutsu, even if you're not using it right now, you've gotten pretty adept at just like sensing like natural phenomenon as opposed to like something that's happening because somebody's chakra is pushing against the universe to like force it to happen.
Yeah.
In just the metaphysical sense of that kind of, being able to sense something like that. Or just like sensing the chakra, like the pressure of chakra moving in places. You don't feel that right now. If you're truly suspicious, you could maybe think that like maybe somebody's suppressing their chakra, but you're pretty like off in the cut. So I mean, it would be kind of unlikely.
It was only because of their encounter with that pink-haired dude. So he's just was keeping
fair.
his eyes peeled for something which stands out to him. But no, he'll just keep cooking if that's the case.
It's a light rain. Like it's not enough to be like, oh, I need to go inside. But it's like it wouldn't even obscure anything. So that's another reason why you would probably assume it's for sure, or no, it's not. Somebody like trying to manipulate the rain. It's probably just a natural rain.
Yeah, he's just sitting down, getting on with his preparation.
Yeah. At this point though, you've just interacted with your teammates. So and you also heard them earlier. So you guys can like hear each other through your tent. You just unless they open the tent, they can't see you just yet.
Cool, Ava might finish her tea and then get out, just mostly to look around. Also the fact that presumably their tents are made of metal, like poles, and sitting in a metal structure during a thunderstorm leads to death.
Yep.
Just-
And Hikari would follow her out.
I want to say a lot of tents have like either plastic or like plexiglass poles. I'm going to say you like Sheni probably wouldn't be worried about it. Bone TP and all that.
Sure, it could be a bone tea.
I've honestly been picturing we've been sleeping in a bone tent for like the entire campaign.
If you guys want bone tents, I will make it canon right now that Sheni does take the time to like make you your own little bone TPs. Like after you guys had your heart to the heart, he made you your bone TPs.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you guys are little creeps too. Okay.
Nanimo,
That's funny.
you're up.
Morning.
Yeah, morning. You guys talk loud.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
Fuck
I'm
you, don't
doing
need
food. Fuck you. Speak quieter.
Hey, quiet down out here. This is Bone, not fucking Wall. I can hear you kids. Jesus, my head's still
Sorry,
hurting.
Sensei.
Sorry, Sensei.
You have to knock on the bones and like the door like slides down like Toph's stone teepee.
Yeah.
As the window will go back up.
How's the head, Sheeny? She's actively
Oh
speaking
my
louder
god,
now.
please, Ava, please. I can't. Please, not right now. Why is the sky so loud? It's, oh my god. Okay.
Well, in that
Finish
case,
it.
maybe we shouldn't train today. Maybe take a day off.
I was thinking if you
That
guys...
headache's probably going to last a few more hours, by the way.
Why? Okay, listen. Oh, the bliss of sleep, so close to death. I was thinking... I was thinking at this point, you guys seem decently confident in your skills, and this is still a C rank, even though our track record with that has been kind of bad, so... I think we ought to just jump on into the village at this point and get it over with and get you guys home.
I
That sounds
You
great.
sure? you're up for that with your head like that.
Yeah, I'll just sleep in a couple more hours and we'll go around noon or something like that. I should be fine by then.
And how exactly are we gonna go without running to those fucking bandits again, Chief?
Oh, I didn't tell you guys. I'm sorry. There's a lot going on, and my head really hurts. So while you guys were fighting, I slipped black ghosts into some of their shadows, and I can swap you guys with them when I'm ready.
Interesting.
Yeah. Were you never worried or wondered, like, why I wasn't all that, like, concerned or really, like, outwardly mad at you guys for getting, driven away by bandits?
I just figured it was your failing as a teacher. Like, that's not even
I
meant
do that
hurtfully.
sometimes.
That's genuinely what she thought.
No, that's fair. That still hurts. But you guys heard what I said, right? Like, you heard the implication of what I just said?
Yeah, we can...
Yeah, it means that those bandits are inside the village where we're going.
Yes, ma'am. Hikari, you got it correct. The bandits are in the village,
Fuck.
not outside. I've been able to tell that for a few days now, yeah.
Can Ava do a medical check to see whether she could fix Sheenie's headache? Not that she necessarily will, but she wants to know if she could.
Sure, you can do a medicine check on Sheenie.
Thank you.
I'll give you advantage, Ava.
Woo! That would be pretty good. 26.
With your 26, you think Sheenie will probably run the course of it. You could probably make him something to kind of like dull it if you wanted to. If it's running through him this quickly or slowly, you probably don't know exactly, depending on like what Hikari has said and like what his metabolism is working with it like. But you can, with your role, you can assume he'll probably burn through it like within the time frame he just said. That was probably a correct assumption.
Cool, but she could take.
You can also assume that he might just want to be able to sleep in. To be honest with you.
But she believes.
You can also make that make that insight with your medicine drug.
Cool. Hey, Sheenie.
So, a bit of your sensei being lazy.
Cool.
Yeah.
You want me to take that headache away for you, or at least dull the pain a lot?
Oh my God! You're actually gonna heal a teammate?
Yes.
First for everything.
Right? Ow!
50 Rio.
Oh my gosh! Ava, add 50 Rio.
She'll use a course of healing. What's funny is if you'd tried to argue, she just would have started, bargaining louder.
Oh well.
Yeah, she'll take.
Out of curiosity, hold on. Roll
take-
that turn back. 25 Rio.
45. She's gonna project.
Oh, 30 Rio.
Was it 30 or 35?
I said, Ava, we both know I said 30.
35.
40 Rio, and you stop yelling for the rest of the day.
She's gonna zip her lips and hold out her hand.
Oh my gosh. Okay. He's still not opening his eyes because he doesn't want light getting in them, so he's like rummaging around to get you the shit. But he eventually gets into your hand. Oh, hold on, let me see if he fucks up while rummaging around blind. Oh, crit fail. Okay, hold on, Sheenie.
Please tell me he's gonna overpay. Please tell me he's gonna throw.
How much are you getting up, Sheenie? That's 80 Rio.
Oh my god. That's so good.
Yeah, he thinks he's grabbing like the equivalent of like a nickel, and he grabs like a quarter. He fucks up.
Ava will smile. Just give her sweetest smile and heal him as promised. Yeah.
Okay.
She makes good on it. There was no deception there. She just genuinely wanted to get paid for her services.
Based on what you roll for the heal, I'll decide on how well he recovers from the pain of the headache.
Just another med check?
Yeah, just one more. Well, you already made a great one, so we can use that if
Cool.
you'd like.
Yeah, the one I rolled would still be good, but wouldn't be as good.
Okay, yeah, you can roll again.
Cool, the one I just rolled again then?
Yeah, I'll just let this one be a flat med check roll.
Yeah, that'd be 24.
Oh yeah, no, you see like the tensing of his brow and stuff eases off a good bit. He's still keeping his eyes closed. You think he still like maybe wants to just chill for a bit because he's revealed to you he has a lazier way to get this done without like you guys having to like make the trek and get up early. And so, I mean, if you want like to take a quote unquote half day, he's kind of giving you the option by remaining in bed right now.
Yeah, Ava doesn't care. She just said she's quite happy to wait. She thought she was training today. She just saw a money-making opportunity and took it.
And she made it. God damn it. Fucking crit fail, Sheenie.
We both have crit failed so far and has both been to Ava's benefit.
Yeah, that was his first roll of the game. Today.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Ava's probably just gonna go sit back in her tent and count her money with just a big smile. He has honestly, made her
guys
feel
hear-
better for the nightmare.
Okay. Hey, you guys hear a little bit more thunder, but that's about it. At this point, it's a nice like ambient. Like if you ever like woken up on a nice like stormy day, it's very overcast. Like it's now raining enough to where like that humidity and mugginess is kind of starting to drop down a little bit, so it's cooling off too. Like if you ever woken up on a day like that, maybe you have a fan going or something like that. To me, those are some of the best mornings you can ever have, just because the world itself feels like it's like, hey man, just relax. So yeah, it's one of those days, man. It's just one of those just chill out, and I don't feel like doing anything today days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
So-
sorry, after you.
Does anyone have anything they want to do specifically? Because I know something that I want Hikari to do, but what about anyone else?
I mean, Ava was just gonna chat with Hikari if Hikari wasn't doing anything. If she's doing her own thing, Ava will find some other way to entertain
Oh,
herself.
Hikari was going to check to Ava too.
Oh, that is a fortuitous circumstance then.
Yeah, you
What
guys,
about Nanimo?
Yeah, what's Nanimo doing?
Like I said, Nanimo's just spending. He's still kind of groggy, waking up. He's just preparing you guys food and trying to just not want to go back to sleep. That is his morning as it currently stands.
Yeah, man, you can probably get it plated right now, have it like sat out. If there was any tea left, you can probably have it to where like you guys can have. I assume it's gonna be like some more like salmon croquettes or something,
Yeah.
salmon salmon patty or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, something simple he can just throw together with what he had. And if Sheenie's still in bed, what he'll do is he'll just walk up, kind of place it in there for him. If Ava and Hikari have walked off, he'll go place it outside of their tents before he just goes and finds somewhere to sit and eat.
Thanks, kid.
Don't worry about it, Sensei. Try and feel better.
Thank you, Nanimo.
Don't worry about it, Hikari.
Um,
Ava, that's 10 Rio.
Ava's going to weigh it up, then hand him 10 Rio.
She wasn't expecting to make it this far.
She believes a service should be paid for, and she believes he is more deserving to be paid as a cook than a shinobi, so sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's like as in, yeah, she'll say, well,
How do you turn it around?
that's what she's going to say. She's like, you have a
How do you
skill.
turn it?
You have a skill that deserves to be paid. After all, you are a better cook than a shinobi.
Ava, I will fight you right now.
Leave it for the village.
No fighting, we're still on mission.
That's so funny.
Hanno walks off in a shrub.
I think he's
My
mad he
word.
didn't get a bigger tip. Is just what she's going to smirk behind him.
I will throw a kunai at you.
Genuinely?
Hikari rolls her eyes
Ava,
before bringing the plates in.
yeah, Ava's actually... She's had a pretty good morning, all things being equal. Sure, she had that horrible nightmare, but then, she got a nice gift from her friend, she got paid, she made Nanimo unhappy. Really, things are looking up for Ava Rice today.
It's yeah.
It's a pretty good day.
Anybody else doing anything? Okay.
Does Hikari want to talk about anything in specific, or just generally chat?
You hear some more thunder.
For now, it's just a general chat. She's going to wait until after breakfast to do what she wants to do.
Fair enough. Then Ava will just chat with her about whatever, learn a little, like maybe, talk more about some little tidbits and ask some general questions about Hikari that she doesn't know. Nothing deeply personal, but just, just things like,
Getting to know your stuff.
exactly like,
Nanimo.
is your jacket?
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. You were talking about the food. Nanimo, roll me a d6, please.
D6.
Because you're a chef, you would have tasted your food. You got a 6?
Yeah.
Add 6 temp.
Wow.
Yay.
Oh, everyone?
Yeah, you guys can all roll it now.
Woo.
Because if you've eaten your breakfast, you
D6.
Oh.
2. Maybe Nanimo...
2 temp 8.
Yeah, maybe Nanimo
Oh my
spat.
god, I got a 6!
6 temp HP.
Nice.
You know what? Everything feels much more worth it knowing Ava only got 2.
I feel like
Ow.
Nanimo...
Oh my god, mean!
Yeah, I feel like...
Once I get a chance to play with this some more, I'll start scaling the buffs a bit better, because that was a good meal from Nanimo. So I feel like that those might be very low rolls just in general, but I'm gonna save those for now, just see how this works for me.
Cool. So,
Okay.
Hikari, is your basically how did you get your jacket sort of thing? As in, did you just buy it? Is it some significance to you? Did you put the pockets on yourself?
Oh, it used to be my mom's. I outgrew all of my old clothes a little while ago. Oh, and it was the only thing left for me to wear were was her old clothes, so I just started wearing it.
Ava had a hunch that might have been the case with the level of attachment she had to the jacket.
Cthulhu! You guys hear a lightning strike pretty close to you. It's close enough to like make you jump it,
Fuck!
but it's
Yeah,
Okay.
Hikari jumps with a cheese.
wind's picking up just a tiny bit, but it's mostly just giving you a nicer breeze. But it's getting a tiny bit more aggressive. The storm is.
I feel like this...
I vote we stay in here.
I voted we listen to you.
You guys are still chilling out.
She's quite happy to be in the tent just after finishing breakfast.
Probably a good choice because you're gonna hear 3 more, strikes of lightning and some more thunder rumbling. So it's starting to come down a bit. So it's probably a good choice to chill out for a bit. You guys, I'm going to say get to relax for another. If you don't want to do anything else, you get to relax for another good.
Then I am going to assume that Hikari and Ava have finished their breakfast, so Hikari is going to take the plates and make a nice neat little pile of them in the corner of the tent.
Sure.
And then, once she's done with that, she's going to turn to Ava and hug her from behind.
What the fuck are you doing?
You hear a little thunder rumbling. That's the last I'm going to say it. Go ahead.
Just thank you.
Don't mention it.
And that's it.
Yep.
That's all Hikari wanted to do.
Okay. Nanimo, you doing anything? While the thunderstorm is going
He's
on.
outside just watching the thunder come down around him. It's weirdly homey to him, so he probably does jump at the strike of lightning which comes close by. But after that, he's just sat watching it.
No, for sure, man. This is most certainly a chill, lo-fi thunderstorm to study and relax to.
Yeah, he probably if it's not raining too heavy, he's probably sat with his bingo book out and he's just going through it to see if he can find the pink-haired man in his bingo book.
Oh, okay, that's great. I might, if you want to do an investigation, I will let you do an investigation roll to see if you can possibly. We both know you can't because of the age of the book, but
yes. 16.
You don't find anything about the pink-haired man, Nanimo, but you do get directed. Like you notice some a thing in the book. I don't know if you would have ever really thought about. There's a few movement jutsu in the book that have some scribblings on them. Like somebody, it looks like somebody was half thinking and half just I wasn't really thinking while I had the book out and I had a pen in my hand and I made a missing scrawl, and then it kind of seems like somebody was just kind of brushing too much and just kind of with chicken scratch was maybe putting notes or critiques on something.
Okay.
Oh god.
Yeah, I think with that investigation was probably the closest thing. It's something about how the pink-haired man got there so quick makes you think about that. What's up with this body flicker and this enhanced chakra mover jutsu having these little tick marks over them?
Can I ask a question about the bingo book real quick?
Go for it.
Does it have a map in it, just over the continent?
I don't know if in canon they have maps.
I don't know. That's what I was wondering.
I'm sure they might. They probably do. They might have a little compendium or something like that because they're a sanctioned bounty list from all the nations to publicly have a force of bounty hunters or people who want to collect on some kind of reward hunting for these missing ninjas. So that's kind of the idea of it.
Cool. That was just something.
So I think they would have one for if you're not too informed, here's where this person comes from, here's where they might be at.
Small.
You go to the map. So yeah, I'm sure it does have a map.
Who just wanted
Just another thing. You brought up the Akatsuki and whatnot. Can Nanimo find anyone like that in his book as well? Just so he knows what he's looking for.
It was before or during the Third War. Or before the Third. I forget which one.
During the Second War.
During the Second War. It was during the Second War. His affiliation with the group might not be notable, but I'm pretty sure Kakuzu would be in there.
Yeah, Kakuzu would be in there. I don't think
Kakuzu and Hidan would be in there.
I don't think Sasori got notable.
Well, hold on. I think Hidan is too. No, I think Hidan is too young. Hidan is young. Sasori.
I think he was the third. Chio was the second. I'm pretty sure.
Sasori might be in there.
He might be. I can't remember whether Sasori got big in the third or the second.
Somebody will correct us. I hope.
100%.
I don't want to have to do the research mid game.
Oh no!
I know I'm always messing up canon, even though I'm supposed to be the Naruto guy.
I think it's the third because didn't his parents get murdered in the second, and so he was a kid.
I do.
Yes.
That sounds correct. Yeah.
Yes, I think
Because Sakamo Haruke killed his parents.
Okay. But yeah, that was just seeing if he can find anyone with that affiliation. The page where he found all like the chicken scratch-ins, he'll put a little tack on of a different colour so he can go back to it on a later date. And
Yeah, it's funny because you feel like you probably like have studied those pages a ton, but you never like have really thought about those until
until just
now.
Okay. Yeah, he'll leave a little note on it to return to it, but after that, if he can't find anyone with an affiliation to the Akatsuki, he'll just sit down and flick through the book, looking to see if there's anything more.
You know what else he's surprised you haven't done yet is jot down the jutsu that you either discovered or made. But I keep forgetting to actually write down how that works. So
I have the thing you sent me. I just would need to know the chakra cost for it. So I have an idea of what it is.
Will, the next time I get you guys all talking for a bit, I will get the jutsu written out for you.
That's perfectly fine. But yeah, he's just sat there enjoying the peace and quiet of the rain and thunder.
Okay, a few minutes have passed, so you guys, you hear like a good, 50 or so seconds of pretty strong, like, rumbling and strikes from the storm.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's getting a tad rough. Is anybody but Nanimo outside his tent right now?
I know Ava's carrying a lot of metal discs in her pockets, also a metal thing around her throat, so trying to stay in the tent.
Okay, you guys are staying in your tents.
Ava very intentionally is.
Fair enough. Nanimo, you chilling out there for the time being?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Nanimo has his forehead protector right over his heart.
Oh, good.
It might make me
This can only go so well.
It might make me faster, guys. It's
He sure does. I mean, he also carries kunai and stuff like that. I mean, you guys have metal on you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If you're chilling, I'm gonna say you guys just plan to sleep in and enjoy yourselves until about noon. Goes off completely perfectly. You enjoy the day. It's just a team chilling out for a good 4 or 5 hours. Like, you almost make it to noon for sure. The thunderstorm never like really lets up completely. It's rumbling for a good bit, but it's at this point it's very relaxing. It's less of a like, oh yeah, I'm jumping every time I hear a strike, and more so like when I snore, I'm glad the strikes are going because I don't want them to hear me snore.
Yeah,
you guys relax for a good bit. Ava and Hikari, I'm gonna say, are just knocked out. Like they're enjoying sleeping in. They're having a nice relaxing half day.
Yeah, Ava's a
Nanimo, you're still you're doing some journaling. You're probably studying your new jutsu because you made it, so you're probably very proud of that, I assume.
Oh, 100%. He's like, he's thinking to himself, when I get home, I'm going to get some paper, I'm going to add it into my old book, I'm going to give it a whole section. He's already planned it out in his brain.
That's amazing. Yeah, you guys are enjoying yourselves.
Good.
The chakra cost is 15, by the way, no.
15, got it.
Because I'll just say this out loud. So the way this works is you will make pretty much a melee attack to a creature within 10 feet of you. Pretty much just a burst of water is going to propel you towards them, and then you make the melee attack. You'll deal a d8 of... Well, no, I'm going to say you're going to deal a d8 of... Yeah, we'll do a d8 like your usual damage.
Okay.
Then you'll add 1 d6 of water type chakra damage, just at minimum. And for every use of this, your speed, like your movement, is going to go up by 5 foot to a maximum of 30 foot.
Holy shit!
That's why the cost. Or no, I'm sorry, no, I think it's supposed to be 10 chakra.
Okay, I'll take you up.
I know you're not gonna argue with that. I think it's supposed to be 10 chakra.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I know this can be abused very well. Yeah, 10 chakra. Because unless I make it something easier, you won't be able to max it out anyway. So yeah.
Yeah.
To a maximum of 30 foot, you can add 30 speed to your max if you just were able to link this enough. That's meant to be like the basis of the jutsus. If you could get a bonus action off of it or something like that, because I believe I said you can use it as a reaction.
I think you said. Oh, you might have. I'd have to watch the old part.
Well, we'll hit it again.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
experiment.
hit it.
Yeah, you're about to get some combats to play with
Yeah.
this. I'm excited for it as well. Yeah, you're journaling about that. A few more strikes of lightning have probably hit so close to home by now that I don't think you guys are really like taking that much notice of it. But no, because you're outside of the tent, I want you to give me a perception roll.
Okay.
This flat.
Just a flat perception roll. Not a very good roll. This is. This is a 10.
Nanimo, you are so enthralled with your jutsu and like thinking of like, man, I want to see how fast I can make myself with this. And just like the thought of that, that you don't look up and notice as someone has like appeared in the area. And it's actually very noticeable and like cinematic for the audience because as they're stepping in, a lightning strike goes down like extremely close to them, and the light of it like is really brightening up the area before the sound of the strike is like struck. And then behind Nanimo, Sheni, having sensed this, is getting out of his tent.
Oh
So
boy.
It's this great. Like if it was the manga, it would be a spread shot of like Nanimo like hunched over his book, like Deku like muttering.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and yeah, then I can do this and like fly, something like that. And then Sheni getting out of his tent and like locking eyes with this figure, and then the figure like looking at Nanimo and then looking up at Sheni. And then like the bottom panels are like them grabbing weapons and about to move. And then Nanimo like right over your head, you feel like you hear thunder again, but it is actually like the clash of two people like coming together at great speeds.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Nanimo just kind of looks up from his book and just fear it becomes painted on his face. I didn't even.
Yeah, you guys hear that thunderclap as well. It's the loudest one yet, for sure, because it is the sound of someone at pretty much the speed of lightning coming in and trying to like kick Nanimo's head like cleanly off his shit. And then Sheni has just stepped in between them and Nanimo with his scythe to like block that. And that sound like reverberated extremely loudly. Nanimo, you're looking up and you see Sheni like bearing over you, mask coming up, like forming up over his face. Like eyes glaring out at this pink-haired man who is also like bearing over you as like electricity is kind of like surging out of his eyes and around his body.
Oh fuck.
Question: do Ava and Hikari have any idea about what's going on outside?
You have heard so much thunder and lightning throughout the last few hours. Perception checks at this point will be done with disadvantage. So I'll allow you to both do one, but they will both be at. Actually, I'm gonna say because you decide to stay in the tents, they'll be with stacked disadvantage.
That's fair. I imagine
Oh
just
god.
the two of
Okay.
them sitting in the tents like, go fish. Well, got any threes?
Yeah, just this is still the
Yep.
split second that Nanimo is also reacting in.
Oh,
Like I'm just like
yeah.
looking up and seeing
Yeah.
like, what the fuck. So if you want to like let's knock on the 10 and get
You
outside
said
or like
stacked
see what's going on.
disadvantage,
I
right?
said stack disadvantage. You'll roll twice and take the lower,
Cool.
and then take 2 away from it.
Then 5 for
My
me.
lowest was a total of 15.
My
My lord.
Because I rolled a 19 and a 17.
Wow.
Jesus,
Right.
Hikari, you got a sixth sense that Nanimo's in trouble. You
Oh,
got a
wait.
sixth sense that
I also need to add my perception, correct?
yeah, add your mod. Ava, what'd you
Dirty
get?
20. My
Dirty
perception
20.
is 5.
I got.
That's a
Jesus
tainted 20
Christ.
right there.
I got 5.
You got a
I
5.
got a 5.
You in your heart of hearts still think you don't care about Nanimo, so your Nanimos are in danger sensors like don't pop off. Hikari at this point cleanly views him as a little brother, and so when he does stupid shit and or is like in some kind of danger, I feel like at this point Yeah,
sister
her big
senses
fifth
tingling.
senses are gonna start tingling. So Hikari, you just get a feeling like that sounded a little close and just sounded a little rough. I just want to pee. You just want to pee. You literally just want to peek outside for a second. But Nanimo, yeah, you're still, and you can peek outside right now if you want to. You're still kind of in this situation. These two, you're pretty assuming the other guy's a ninja.
I mean, he's challenged Sheni enough to the point that it's a clash, and Nanimo's like, "Oh well, fuck me then."
Yeah, he's still silent. You know,
Okay.
Shini's like, please, I just wanted to have one mission that's regular. Why is there a ninja here?
Nanimo, just purely on survival then, will turn his head to the left or right, whichever way he's got an open gap, and he will just, I'll convert all of my movement for this turn into a teleport, and he'll teleport 25 feet away.
Okay, yeah. You
Might
are
probably
able to pull that
suggest
off.
heading towards Ava and Hikari's tent, because Hikari probably cracked the door open a tiny bit.
Nanimo doesn't think, he's not thinking about that right now, he almost died.
Ah.
Out of the general vicinity is what he wants.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's just going to teleport 25 feet away, and he'll try to make a noise, and he just can't, just with how close he got to death. He's like, you just feel his heart beating.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
To meet you. You can't protect the keys from me. Oh, come on, dude. Nanimo, get to your teammates.
Nanimo just starts running towards him.
Has Hikari seen all of this by now?
By the time you're opening up, yeah, you're seeing you're seeing this stranger you still haven't seen yet. But Nanimo did describe the pink-haired man to you guys. So you're like, oh, that's the guy. Nanimo's running towards us. Nanimo,
Then
I want
Hikari
you
is
to make.
immediately going to open the door, run out, grab Nanimo, and start running back with him.
Okay. I want you, Hikari, to make me a sleight of hand roll with. It'll be flat. Flat sleight of hand.
Okay.
Am I gonna get taken? She's challenging this guy for me.
Okay, sleight of hand. That is a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, no, you snatch Nanimo up and get back in your tent and knock on it, and it closes up. And as soon as that happens, Shini's like, "Oh no, you're not. Hey kids, I'll meet up with you later." And then he's gonna do some hand signs, and you guys feel the floor drop out from under you.
I imagine
Is what it feels like.
I imagine Ava's like, what? Just Hikari's gone, Nanimo's here, Shini's yelling. She's like, she's still playing card game. Oh fuck! As suddenly the floor
Yeah,
goes
you don't
away.
know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, in fact, they probably fell on you or something, because there's not that much room in this bone TPs for you guys to be just jumping on each other and stuff like this. So, yeah, all of a sudden, the shadows in the TP just kind of swallow you up, and it is empty in there.
Oh no.
It's empty because Shini and the pink-haired man suddenly crash through it as they begin fighting in a flurry of shadows and electricity just kind of flashing all around the forest. But you guys don't see this, as you are whisked through the shadows into a land hence to unknown to you.
Is this like when Ava went to the casino where there's a brief moment of falling through infinite darkness?
It kind of feels like that, but it also feels
Or is this like when Shini swapped them with the clones during the catacombs? In which case would Ava and Nanimo be getting deja vu?
It feels like both. It feels like Ava feels some deja vu, Nanimo feels some deja vu.
Okay.
Crap.
It's it feels like you're falling, but it also feels like you're in really dark, murky water that you just have to kind of keep your sanity and kind of just swim through, no matter how deep it seems.
Oh god.
And then after a while, you guys are in 3 different locations, just randomly.
Oh yay.
Oh, crud.
Nanimo froze up.
Now when you froze up,
He froze up.
you throw up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are not together.
Cool, can Ava do an investigation check? First to look for her teammates, and then secondly to do a recon of this place wherever she happens to be. Just basically immediately. wants to get her bearings.
Go for it.
Okay.
Hikari is probably going to do the same.
Perception, dirty 24.
Ava, you are in somebody's basement.
Oh, and there's no one
Oh,
around?
God, direction mark.
No.
Yeah, there's there's nobody around. Yeah, it's
Cool.
no, at least that you can see. There's like a place where you can see like somebody's been doing laundry and stuff like that. There's like folded up clothes. You can actually see where like what it appears to be like. You haven't been in a family situation for a while, but like if you had to guess, like somebody has marked off like who's like folded up clothes or who's, and come get your clothes, and don't let them just sit down here and get stale or something like that.
Cool. Is there anything like a scarf or a like just what could be used like an ascot or something?
Oh yeah, there's tons of clothes down here.
Cool.
Like I said, there's like clean laundry right there. There's
Cool.
very neatly folded up.
I would like
into like 4 individual piles.
I'd like to find like the most nondescript just thing to put over a shinobi headband. Because if she had time, she would have said, "Hey, we should probably take these off before we go into udon."
Yeah, you can find that.
Or just a little scarf to put over her band, just to be like, she won't discard it because A, that's evidence, and B, if they find the client, that's how she's gonna prove herself. But just something so that she's not walking around going, "Hi, I'm Joe," hidden wave. Just all those sort of practical survival things for how not to get killed when you're hunted that she's been studying for years.
No, that's fair. Hikari, you have arrived, you're fairly certain, in a school.
Okay.
Like it's it's really a teacher's lounge, but like you can hear enough children and like the sounds of school activities, having not even really been to school, but like been given a idea of what school is like from Hiroko. That like, oh, this is probably a school. For some reason, I'm at a school. Nanimo
Then
Jumba.
Hikari.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. Hikari's first order of business is taking the headband off of her leg and shoving it into one of her pockets. For this one, I'm going to say it's her beige pocket.
Wait, do you not have regular pockets for like regular pocket things, Hikari?
Oh, she has regular pocket. It's under her jacket, but if someone manages to grab it, she wants to make sure that they're not going to be able to rat her out. You aren't exactly a reliable source of information if you're under the effects of a hallucinogenic.
Oh, fair. Hey, this motherfucker's she's not real.
It does make me wonder, how is Hikari going to get out without tripping balls, but okay.
She has resistance to all her own poisons.
Good.
Yep.
In fact, I think it was supposed to be said in the training, because like she was using it in the rolls against the Hornets, like retrospectively. Also, I sucked at doing the Hikari training. Hikari, you have poison resist 3 now. Any poison damage you take, you can take away 3 of it. You've leveled up your poison resistance. I forgot my train of thought. What was I doing just now? What was I saying?
Something about...
You were about to tell Nanimo where he was.
Oh yeah, not where Nanimo. Okay, I didn't want to skip past you too quickly, Hikari. Nanimo, you have arrived in... Oh fuck, I don't know if I thought something... What? Nah, fuck it, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Nanimo, you've arrived in a really, like, what it appears to be like a rinky-dink, rundown, like, old restaurant or something. Like, maybe a barbecue shack or something like that. You can't tell exactly.
Yeah, like I said, Nanimo's thrown up, and there's this moment where he sees he's in a restaurant, and he's like, "Oh god, I died, and I'm in hell." Oh god.
I love that we've both said that after being teleported.
Yeah, you've just puked all over somebody's floor. Like, you can tell, like, somebody's probably, like, converted this into pretty much like what you can call a home. It's pretty disorderly, but, like, it's livable, I guess.
He'll kind of take a moment to look around. Is anything like? Is a restaurant? Is there anything like cooking? Is there anything on? Is there any indication that someone is here or has
Yes,
been
you smell
here?
food. You smell food cooking right now.
Okay.
Smells kind of familiar, honestly.
Then I'll go check it out. Why not?
Okay. Yeah, you find somebody is cooking what appears to be some. Oh fuck. What appears to be some mithril trout steak. Oh no, yeah, just croquettes. You guys had croquettes. You guys had salmon croquettes. It appears to be salmon croquettes, mithril salmon, kunai scaled salmon, shuriken scaled salmon. You guys are, yeah. They have some of that like warming up in a pan, and aside it is a pot where it appears like some kind of pasta is cooking.
Nanimo's going to take a few seconds to just kind of get his bearings. He's going to try to forget that he almost just died by beheading. He will finally take his headband off and just pocket it.
Okay, you all have taken your headbands off.
And he will slowly start looking for an exit out of this place.
Okay. Before you like, yeah, again, it's like a shack pretty much. So you can find like the doors and the like boarded up windows really easily. Before you like make it out though, somebody comes or you hear a voice come from like a bit further into the shack. Daddy, are you back? That was fast even for you.
Oh my god.
And you hear somebody plotting out. Like, it sounds like a toddler pretty much. You can surmise pretty quickly.
Nanimo's going to do that thing he did in the prison at Perro's place. He's going to jump up and kind of Spider-Man himself to the ceiling.
Oh, so you're like out of sight and somebody like walks into frame. That's so fucking funny. I love how cinematic our games are, even though I don't have like a manga in front of me. I could like, I wish I was better at art, dog. I could see the paneling of so much of this stuff. Now roll me a stealth with, it'll be flat, because it should honestly be the person's advantage because they live here, but he was out.
God, I'm not good at math. 22.
Okay. She doesn't have a practical perception, so I'm just going to use this 11 and say she does not see you with your 22 stealth. You perfectly like after the experience, like you built your legs up pretty strong. Like honestly, you almost need kicking proficiency as well after all the jumping and stuff you did. Because you hop up to the ceiling very silently, like you kind of hide into the shadows the way, Shini's taught you to do better. You see what appears to be a child, a bit younger than Rinka even. She, kind of plods out. She, like goes and checks on the food she was cooking. She seems like way too young to be cooking with like a stove and stuff like that.
Nanimo's got no ground to speak. He's like, that's normal.
Yeah. Yeah. And then she, you see her. She has this really long, it's very long and pretty, pink hair. And then at the end of it, there's kind of these little like grayish highlights.
Does anything else about this girl scream like super similar to the pink-haired guy? Like, and he just is a child and it's wrong
she
gender.
Talks like this, doesn't she, Governor?
Yeah. Anime's gonna do something.
So you would expect, because he talks like this, Governor. You cheeky git. He talks like Jason Statham. So he once had a beef with The Rock when they were trying to film Hobbs and Shaw for Fast and Furious, mate. But
oh Lord,
I'm gonna make somebody angry, and I won't admit. If you're still here after Perro, man, I respect it because I'm. These impressions are rude, and I understand.
Nanimo is gonna run quickly through the hand signs for transformation jutsu. And from all he had seen of the dude, he is going to try and fill in whatever gaps he can.
Holy fuck! I didn't expect you to do that. That's amazing. Okay, go ahead. No. Give me a ninjutsu roll. Well, no. I think we said for transformation, because it's like in role play. Unless you go through it for an hour, I'm not gonna take the chalk away from you.
Okay,
so depending on how long you keep this up,
he is gonna just put the transformation on.
I do want to roll. I do want a ninjutsu roll to see how well you do, because you've not seen this man a ton. You saw him for a bit when you guys were running away, and then you saw him for a bit when he was standing over you. So,
what do you want? Do you want ninjutsu? What do you want? Perception?
I want ninjutsu. Because I think ninjutsu should be your best bet too.
Okay. And
I want this to succeed.
Well, that is a 14.
With a 14, Nanimo, I'm gonna say you can approximate this man's appearance decently well enough. You may like you might have some hairs misplaced, but I mean, you get it well enough. Like you got the vibe. You got the vibe.
What Nanimo will also...
I should send the players the picture of the pink-haired man I have.
That'd be good.
Please and thank you.
I'm sorry, players. I'm
black
sorry.
Eye.
Oh wait, I have to change the file name first. I almost fucked up.
That would be funny.
Ooh. He's a cool looking guy.
Yes.
Yeah, Nanimo has just transformed into a man who looks.
I like the jacket.
His later. It's Jack Atlas's jacket.
Yeah, it definitely is Jack Atlas. I'm just seeing. It's the eyes and the hair shape that interests me.
Nanimo just transformed into a man that looks.
And the single show. And
the color scheme with the gray.
Showed you guys yet? Jesus, you think you're so smart. You think you just done came in here and told my whole session. You don't know anything.
To be fair, I expected this from the moment.
Let me do the audio description for our beloved blind listeners. Listen, Nanimo just transformed into the pink-haired man. He looks about like early 30s to late 20s at the latest, or at the earliest. He has this long, silverish coat that tapers off at the hips, but flax out into this big flowing trench coat thing. He wears it closed. Like they said, he has a big popped collar and a single shoulder pad, and he kind of has like suspenders, lots of flowing stuff. So like when he's moving, he can look cool. Pretty much no rough arm.
Okay. Like I said, Nanimo will take on this transformation. He will give himself a black eye. Not really knowing how much this child knows of what's going on. And he will drop down with his... Fuck, I can't do Jason Statham.
This will be fun.
Honestly, just speaking in a deeper tone, you're already British, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised you heard me come back.
Daddy, I knew it. Are you done with work already? We can relax today, like you said, like you promised.
Oh, I'm so sorry, darling, but I've got to nip out just for a little bit longer. Daddy's got some more business to finish. But I tell you what, when I get back, I'll make you some extra special food. Something super secret.
Okay, I was gonna make you breakfast because you ran out of here so quick, but I'll stow it away.
Yeah, and we'll have it later. We'll play some games, and I won't be long. You know I'm never anywhere. I'm never gone for long.
Yes, sir.
Nanimo will nod, and he's gonna try and look for the door.
No, there's no looking. I'm not gonna make you roll deception. I'm gonna roll insight. She got a 12. I'm gonna say at base, I think you would roll higher than that if you did roll deception. So she's believing this all day, bud.
Charisma is actually my worst stat.
Is it? Just out of curiosity, I do wanna see what you get.
I can roll because I have no modifier in Charisma. So whatever I roll is what I get. 16.
It's a flat
16,
roll.
16, it's
Oh,
16.
You beat her by 4. You beat her by 4.
Thank goodness.
She maybe squinted her eyes at you a little bit. Excuse me. She squinted her eyes at you a little bit when you like turned down eating now, because like the implication is kind of like you got up in a hurry and were ready to go, and she meant to be able to feed you before you left, and now that you don't want to eat, that's like, you're usually hungry by now, but
All right, Daddy. I'll see you later then. Before the man playing me figures how to do a small British girl accent.
Alright, darling. I'll see you later. And Nanimo will walk out of the door.
Whoa. She hugged you first, man.
Oh, that's so awkward.
You're gonna blow your cover. He never leaves the house without hugging her.
He will give her a double-handed hug. He will put both arms around her and hug her. And be like, I'll be back soon. Don't worry.
Oh my god, this is amazing. I do have to I keep like breaking the story for a bit to like interject things. But writing so few notes is kind of fun because I am just coming up with stuff off the top of my head, and like it's stuff I've been thinking about for a while. Like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a child in here.
Yeah. See, now you get it.
There's a child in here, man. Okay, yeah. Nanimo, you can escape if you are trying to escape.
He's gonna walk out. He's not gonna drop the disguise. He's gonna keep it up and walk round and pray that he sees Ava or Hikari.
You don't see Ava Hikari. You see what looks like a very large, like massive building with some steam billowing out of it. And like surrounding it, you can see some smaller structures and like what appears to be a village. It's not like you're not far away from it at all. For like a regular person, it would probably be maybe a 5-minute boat ride if they had one of those fan boats. For a ninja who can run on water, they could probably do it in like half that time. And then for you, as fast as you've been getting, you feel like you could do it, maybe even quicker than that.
Yeah, Nanimo's just gonna, seeing that there's no buildings around, which Hikari and Ava could be in, he's gonna just take off at his top speed and head towards the factory. He can only assume it's the factory.
That's the factory, yeah.
Yeah. He's
You
gonna
are
head
correct.
that way.
The closer you get to it, the further you will be able to see a symbol for the company that I haven't been able to decide on just yet.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna head that way, and he's gonna keep his eye out for the other two girls.
Yeah, you're heading closer to the town proper, and as you're kind of shrinking away, you're probably able, like, if you glance back, you can probably see like how small and run down that little shack is.
Does it have a
And how
name?
It doesn't. It looks like it's like out of the way, like on purpose almost. Like the town itself, like kind of like gradually like left whatever this structure was like built around. This might be like one of the last things that was left before like maybe the town like built up around the factory or something like that maybe.
Alright, so yeah, no, that's just where he's heading. He's just heading to see if he can find his teammates, and he's watching out for any lightning strikes.
There's still a storm like going on, but like around this area, there's far less thunder and lightning.
Yeah, in Nanimo's head, the dude had caused it, so he's now just assuming if the lightning starts growing closer, he needs to start moving faster. And yeah,
all right. Flashing. No, finish your thought. I'm sorry.
No. I was just saying, yeah, he's just cautiously aware of what is going on around him.
Okay. Flashing over to your teammates. We're gonna start with Miss Ava Rice because you were the first person to. I think you're the first person to show up in that basement.
Mm-hmm.
So you got your scarf.
Yep.
Are you making your way out of this place? Have you made your way out?
Should like to get to the top of like the basement stairs and listen to the door.
Yeah,
first,
very
just
classic. Like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Like basement is what I'm viewing in my head. Like it's dug out. It's not like walled off or anything like that.
She's gonna like
there's stuff there, but
like, as in, does it look like the basement leads into the house, or is it like storm shutters that will lead out into the yard?
It leads out into the house. You can also see it probably was like made as kind of like a half basement, half like storm cellar in case there were like harsher storms around this area, and maybe like the weather around here can be a bit rough sometimes.
Okay, can she listen at the door just to basically make sure, like, if she can hear people talking nearby? She doesn't want to just burst out and immediately get caught.
Sure, give me a perception check.
Perception check, okay. That would be a 17.
With your 17, Ava, you do not hear any voices, you don't hear any footsteps, you don't hear breathing, you don't hear speaking.
Cool.
And it's still like in a house, so like you don't know if you got out, if there was like a busier street going on or something like that, but right now it's just like the sounds of like a fairly quiet house.
In that case, she's gonna pull her hood over her head and try and sneak out, preferably unseen.
Okay. As you're kind of climbing out of this cellar, you lock eyes instantly with somebody's kitty cat.
Crap.
Meow.
Yeah, exactly that. They just meow. Just curious, just like looking at you.
Ava would like to roll a real Rio. She's gonna give up one Rio to basically like chase the shiny thing, kitty, so she can fuck off.
Okay.
Does it chase it?
You slide over your Rio.
Like basically she's like
the cat
putting it on like the on the narrow end and like flicking it so that it rolls like a wheel, like trying to make a toy that the cat will chase.
Oh yeah. The cat like shows no interest in it.
You fucking idiot cat. Don't you know what money is?
You try and take it back?
Yes, that is the most Ava thing to do. Fuck you!
It scratches you and then shows extreme like awareness of what money is and the value of it, and then keeps the Rio. It like gives you a head tilt, like get the fuck out of here if I snitch on you.
Piece of shit cat. Ava will limp away. Just like
scram you straight.
Yeah, she wants to attack the cat, but that will draw too much attention, so she's just fuming that a cat beat her this round. She's gonna come back and get that Rio before they leave this village.
Yeah, you come prying out of my cold damn. He pins it to the top of his head.
Oh, don't worry.
Starts talking in a Brooklyn accent. Stands on two legs, and begins smoking weed.
Does it also have a tie and a guillotine eye?
Yeah, puts on a tie, puts in a fake contact lens to be a Tokyo Ghoul cosplayer.
Yeah,
my word.
I was gonna limp away from the cat. Just. She's seething.
Okay, you're getting away from the cat?
Yeah, just trying to get out.
Ava, as you're saying like this is a better off place than that little shack. It's like it's more roomy. I'm gonna say it's at least like 2 to 3 times the size, but still is built like a very average like modern or moderate house, I should say. Like a lot of like furniture that seems like it's probably like carved from the same maker. It's like part of a set that might have been like specially ordered or something like that, or just ordered like a bulk set or something like that. However, as you're like inspecting this living room and like looking around and like trying to find an exit, you also see in the corner of this room there is a little old man, just kind of not posted up, but he's kind of laid out in this chair. He has some tubes going to his nose, and what looks like a very big tank next to his chair, and he is asleep.
Cool. I was just gonna try and avoid disturbing him.
Just give me a little stealth roll.
Cool. That would be. Oh, that's not too bad. That's a 12.
Yeah, he stays asleep.
Thank God for decent stealth.
Hold on. I feel like a 15 DC would be pretty average here, man. But I also feel like I bully you a lot.
But he's also super sick. If he's got tubes and all that.
Yeah, like
with
Yeah,
him.
he's not like at the tip top shape. He just says something like, it's pretty whiskers. Be nice. And
Does Ava make it to the door?
you make it to the door.
Ava's getting out of Dodge.
All right, you get out. You
Fair enough.
have escaped. We're gonna jump to a car before I describe what it's like to be on the streets of this city or this town or this village just yet. Hikari, you are still in that teacher's lounge, having taken off your headband and placed it into your pocket.
Okay, first off, does this school require uniform?
You can't tell so far. You have only heard children.
Okay, as in children as in little kids?
Yeah, it's like you hear kids that sound like they're around Hiroko's age. Or not Hiroko's age. Rinka's age, I meant to say. I'm sorry.
Okay, and Hikari is going to quickly move to the door and try to see if there's anyone around.
Okay.
Around
Give me...
that could see her.
No, you can use a perception check. I'm gonna say yes. The children do have uniforms on. They have these little, kind of like brownish. Have you ever seen like a little brown, kind of tannish, like, almost like little power suit combo that some like little academies will have and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not like
Okay.
It's not super like stuffy, but it's like a little white button-down shirt and maybe like little khaki pants and stuff like that. They have like some kind of order to how they're dressed.
And all of the students are young children.
Yeah, all of the
So
kids are around you.
Hikari is definitely way too old to be here.
As a student, yeah.
Then she is going to quickly transform into generic little kid. Maybe take on Renka's look, only wearing the uniform.
I was hoping you'd do that because I also kind of, when I design how Rinka looks, when I eventually do that, she's probably gonna look a lot like you, as will a lot of your siblings. Okay, yeah. Hikari,
So yeah, she's going to look like Rinka, but in a school uniform.
Okay, you don't really draw a ton of attention. You can pretty easily join like the little parade of children that are being led from one class to the next. They're pretty rowdy even though they're in uniforms. Like it seems like it's still a pretty like free-form school. Just imagine I was doing a lot of like, yeah, governor, you cheeky git, you got banged by a fucking girl, you sausage, like all that kind of stuff. Children just being wacky and children, but in a British accent. Yeah, tons of chaos. Like you're getting a few looks from like some of like the girls and boys around you because they're like, who is that?
But Hikari is just going to be part of the crowd for a little bit until she spots the exit of the school, at which point, and she's going to quietly slip away.
Hikari, I want you to give me a stealth roll.
Okay. Ugh, I was wondering where in the bad rolls we're going to start. I got a 10.
With a 10? That's very competent, but I do think somebody would notice you. You're gonna get like out of the school building and probably like start trying to like get somewhere private before like very obviously like a stereotypical like Bobby like walks up like holding a nightclub. Hello, what's this all here now? You playing hooky? Pretty much like that classic situation happened. The guy doesn't like he's supposed to be in Naruto. He doesn't like he like knows about ninja stuff. He just looks like he's like actually out of like the most stereotypical situation. That's like hello now. Yeah, what's going on there?
Oh my god,
Aren't you supposed to be in school?
Is Hikari gonna get arrested for truancy?
Yes, Hikari is about to be arrested for truancy. She is about to be taken home to her parents as a delinquent child, and yet she's sending letters to her little siblings, being like, "Oh, you should go to school; it'd be good." I can't believe you. Look at the example you set.
get
Hey,
called out.
Hikari is completely innocent here. She doesn't even go to this school.
Do as I say, not as I do, huh?
From the sounds of things, your siblings don't go to that school anymore.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You
Sorry,
have no
just-
concrete evidence of that.
Just stirring the pot, guys.
Oh
Sorry.
my gosh. Okay. You know, there is like a truancy officer who's like, come on, kid. You know what? You guys have what did I say? It was noon almost. So if you're like elementary school age, you guys have at least like an hour or and a half more school or something like that. You've only got so much more in school, and get on back to class now. Come on.
I'm just trying to think of what Hikari would do, because she really wants to get back to her team ASAP, because she's very worried about them, but she also doesn't want to draw too much attention.
I do have one idea that you already set up, but I feel like it's been expressed to me that some people don't like when I get you guys to ask like roll for plans, and I give you like a course of action you can do. But I do have a funny thing you could do to get out.
Okay, what is it?
Maybe drop your headband and let him pick it up.
Okay. That is funny.
I was going to suggest lying, but
What do you
Actually,
say, like in the
the
form of a
headband
child?
would actually help with that, because Hikari's deception is very bad. So maybe some hallucinogenics might help her lie.
get the cop nanged up.
So Hikari is gonna drop up her headband.
Whoa, what's this? Now you're littering too, and he's gonna bend down. Wait a minute. Is this and he picks it up, and he's holding like the cloth, the headband, and like Hikari, you're like watching his fingers like dig into the dust and shit, and like keep kicking it up. He's like, there's no way, and then he licks his finger to try and wipe the metal off.
Oh god.
And like, as he's doing that,
Sinker.
Hikari, you see his pupils like fucking expand, just like, oh.
He no longer knows where he lives.
And seeing that, Hikari is immediately going to take the headband back, shove it back into her pocket, and say, "Sorry, sir, but I need to get to class now," before booking it to the exit.
Yeah, Hikari, that guy doesn't move. He's still sitting here.
In his head, he thinks he's following her. He's like, "Wait, get back here, kid."
Yes.
He's not moving.
Can you roll to see if he's having a good trip or a bad trip?
Do I need to roll, or should Hikari roll for that? I feel like that's a Hikari roll.
Let someone roll.
Listen, I'll do it with the D4, so you got a 50-50 shot.
I just rolled a 14. And what modifier would that be, if a modifier?
I'm gonna call it a ninjutsu.
Okay. That is a dirty 19.
He's compelled to like be interested in the things that his brain is deciding to show it, as it's absolutely cooked and going through this. He is going on a rocket ship, blasting through the sky. Little Einsteins. He is maybe enjoying himself might be a strong word, but he's not like in a position to enforce the law at the moment. He needs an adult.
He's gonna fail
Hikari,
his next,
you get away.
Station mandated drug test and go to prison.
Oh my god, you guys are chaos gremlins. As
soon as
Squad
Hikari is
Zero-
out of the schoolyard, she is going to turn back to normal and go, I swear, if the kids ever hear about this, I am never going to hear the end of it.
what Hikari doesn't see is there's a black Dead Poet Society hand that she forgot to send off and has been recording everything for the last 6. No.
Dude,
Oh
you
my
are a
God.
troll.
Yeah, I am. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. So as the three of you are like all beginning to close in on the village and seeing it, it's pretty bustling. Like, Something I had the players do for context is I had them ask me. I was trying to do like 150 questions about the village, so I could start to like flesh out some of it without having to think so hard and like write out every little like nook and cranny of it. But because of some of my research and some of the inspiration of this village, the population I decided very succinctly or like very purposely is around 14,000, and a good number of people are still on the streets, even though you have a lot of kids at school, and presumably with kids at school, there's probably a lot of people at work, but it's like a really bustling market. You guys are going through and seeing where there's like fresh produce and meat from like local farms and stuff like that, like products. It's a pretty nice commerce hub. Like it's a pretty snazzy place. So it will be a bit difficult to find each other, but I have faith in you, Ninja.
Yay.
So yeah, you're coming into this like almost kind of industrialized.
Hikari
kind of like,
or Ava see the factory from where they are?
oh yeah, you can always see the factory.
Cool.
Okay.
And are we like?
And logically, you guys would have probably established it as the place you would want to rendezvous. If you want to have a look around the town a bit beforehand, just out of curiosity, you're more than welcome to do so. But you would very easily be able to find the factory with your passive perception.
Yeah, Ava would like to do a little look around, like maybe if there's like a shop she can hit up, just to not make it so obvious, just on the off chance that anyone's tailing her or seeing her. Just like very like go in, like if there's like a newsstand, pick up a magazine, flick a little bit. Go into a convenience store, just a little bit unassuming, for like, even if it's just like 15 minutes to try and like sneak her way to the factory, then once she's pretty confident that no one's about to, grab her and pull her into a dark alley and slit her throat, then head for the factory.
You can get around a good bit. Like it's a pretty open village, even though it's a very like commerce heavy village and it seems like very production heavy. It also seems like they have some tourism and just like people coming to visit for stuff, because I mean ramen is made here, so like obviously you might have like tours of the factory and stuff like that, or just other like business owners who want to come and visit and talk about maybe like merging or getting bought out and like selling some kind of recipe or something to the conglomerate as a whole. So it's a big place with a big shopping district.
Cool.
So you can just name a shop and there probably is that kind of shop.
Is there like a tea shop? Like no, isn't like one where you buy like tea to drink, but like in terms of like a shop for blends. Where you could like buy some loose leaf tea.
There's you can probably find one. In fact, I would say it's probably even like boxed in. If you've ever seen like those kind of like small little like lot malls, kind of like boxed in, almost with a little bookstore like right next to it. So it's tons of choice for.
Cool. Then Ava would like
for business you can go and feature.
She'd like to buy some, Genmaicha tea if possible, just like a bag of loose leaf tea that she happens to like. If that's something she
sure, you can find that pretty easily. It's a big place. They have a large selection.
It's not a.
You see a few different brands of it, honestly.
Is one of
you might see a brand of it that you would recognize from a place.
I was gonna say, I feel like there would be one, seeing as how Genmaicha tea is a type of rice tea.
And you see two brands of them.
Cool, then she would like to buy both of them.
Okay.
How much would that cost?
Those are gonna come up to about 4 Rio 99 each. Oh no, that's way too fucking much for tea. I'm American inflation brain. Like 2 Rio 99 each. So
cool. Like super
$6.
Nice. So yeah, she'll buy them. That makes a Rio a quite nice round number, which is nice. Yeah, she'll buy them.
Oh, thank you. They give you some complimentary little chopsticks, I guess.
That's great.
Or some little tea stirs,
nice.
I should say, tea stirs.
She'll take them, stick her in her bag, walk away,
Yeah, come back.
Yeah, just she'll say thank you, just polite, not like super friendly, but just like basically pleasure doing business.
Thank you for your patronage.
Oh no, excuse me, I'm supposed to be.
Thank you for your patronage, love.
She'll nod. She'll head to the factory. Just want to basically do a little something to avoid, being nabbed.
Suspicion.
Exactly, yeah. Just She just wanted to blend in with the crowd. And now, yeah, she's heading to the factory. Oh, she's also happy that she has tea.
Okay. Anybody making a beeline, or anybody else deciding to make a beeline for the factory, or do they want to do something else where you get there and investigate the location a bit more? You have more opportunities too, by the way. If you wanted to in this opening section.
I imagine that Hikari is taking it slow, looking around both at the shops and in case she sees Nanimo or Ava. And if she happens to see a bookshop, she's going to make a quick pit stop up to grab something like a book on flowers or a book on random plants or something in order to just have it in her hand so that she can pretend she's reading while she walks.
Yeah, you can find one pretty easily.
Okay.
And
actually, I'm going to have her buy a book on flower arrangement because that's funny.
Okay. Remove. I'm gonna say 6 Rio. Oh no. Yeah, 6 Rio. That was the 2 T's together, so I think that's about a book. The cheap little non-paperback book. I think that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Nanimo, did you want to full speed to the factory, or are you gonna go through the town a little bit and see what's up? Oh, is Nanimo still going?
He's back. I think he might have muted his headphones.
I muted myself, for fuck's sake!
Called it.
Nanimo is gonna run round the rim of the town before heading towards the factory, and he's not dropping his transformation.
You're not dropping your transformation.
He's hoping that he can move around at this speed and be less suspicious in this form than in any other form.
Well, my first perception roll is a 6, but it's a raw. So I'm gonna roll again. The 19. Somebody is probably taking notice of you, but you're not entering the village just yet. I don't know if anything's gonna happen.
He like I said, he'll just do a quick lap round, see if he can spot either of the girls. When he doesn't, he'll start heading towards the factory.
Okay. Still in the transformation?
Yep, he's not dropping the transformation.
Okay. I'm going to say that an hour will pass, and maybe by the time I get back to you specifically, the next time we're doing like little rounds with characters. So be in mind that you might be costing yourself some chakra in a bit.
I've already logged it after you said it's probably going to be an hour, and I was like,
okay, fair enough. Well, yeah, go ahead and log it. All right, Nanimo, you can proceed on in because give me a perception check from you to see if you could possibly like catch a glimpse of them while making your rounds around the perimeter of the village. Because you might be able to crit.
9. Yeah, so probably not.
I'm sorry.
You guys.
You know what? I'll give you advantage and I'll let you roll again. But you still got a decent DC.
It's much better, but I don't think it's happening. 16.
I'm sorry, friend. That is not enough. You don't notice your teammates.
Okay.
And probably goes without saying, but at the moment, you guys have still seen no sign of Sheni, and of course, not the real pink-haired man.
Okay. Oh God, Sheni is dead. Yeah.
So everyone's heading toward the factory?
You guys are all probably heading towards the factory at this point. And in fact, just because it's funny and because of like time coincidences, I think it would be funny if you guys are like all like kind of ninja landing like at the same time. Like almost like lined up the way you usually would if you are like together before you ninja landed.
Okay.
So like Hikari's in the middle, Ava's or like Nanimo's in the middle in his transformation, Ava on one side, Hikari on one side. And then you glance between each other and like, he's here.
Yeah, just fuck.
Hikari is immediately on guard.
Oh yeah, Ava's probably about to attack.
Are you guys okay?
Does he sounds like Nanimo, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Idiot. You nearly got kicked in the dick.
What?
I was about to hit you with a burning poison.
I think. Has anyone seen Shini?
No.
No.
Shit.
Why? What
Language?
What happened?
But yes.
We were in our fucking tent, and then you came running in, and then we're fucking falling. What's going on? Why isn't he here?
The guy that Nanimo is currently transformed into attacked us.
Shit, yeah. Nanimo drops the transformation.
Hikari gives him a flat, unimpressed look. You forgot you were transformed.
Why did you think I was going to kick you?
Because you don't like me!
Touche.
Sorry to interject as the DM. What? You're not gonna ask why he was transformed into the guy?
No, because Ava's also in disguise. So she's like, yeah.
Why did you choose that disguise?
I was gonna say, I was literally about to say, I think I was in his house.
Oh no.
There was a kid there.
Wait, you
and
ended up in his house? I ended up in a school.
I ended up in some old man's
I
house.
would have rather gone to school. I would have rather been in an old man's house.
He has a piece of shit cat.
You got in a fight with a cat. Hikari looks like she's trying not to laugh.
Wouldn't be the first time. I feel like Ava was also in that, that she had that Naruto D rank mission about fighting the cat.
Oh, remember,
100%.
Ava's had to fight a cat for fucking scraps in a dumpster. So yeah, this would not be her first fight with a cat.
Yeah, word gets around these cat streets.
You just be like, yeah, you got a fucking piece of shit cat. Ava's gonna have a thought, she's thought of something very evil, and she's not sure whether to voice it or not.
Oh, yeah, I have to voice it.
Just probably gonna think it's like, so there was a kid. How old?
Not old. Probably roughly the same age as Hikari's youngest.
So you could have
What?
grabbed it, used it as leverage.
Jesus.
I wasn't going to grab a child. They just seemed happy to see their dad. She was making him breakfast. I wasn't doing that to a kid.
Nanimo?
I think that might be one of the craziest Ava lines.
Hikari
Nanimo.
has this look on her face like her brain is stalling.
You need to realize something while we're here. There are two kinds of people. There is us, and there is not us. If you can do anything to ensure the safety of us, you fucking do it, and what happens to not us is not your concern.
I'm not hurting a child.
Then one of
I would
us will
sooner die than
die.
hurt.
Wow. Okay. As you guys are having
Hikari
this
is going to
Go
take
ahead,
a deep
Hikari. Yeah,
breath
go
and
ahead,
say,
Hikari.
look, there's no point in arguing about it now. Let's just go inside and meet up with the client.
As you say, you
Look, the client! What about Shini?
We can't really do anything. We don't know the substitution jutsu in order to get back to him. Even if we did, well, none of us have left any clones with him. What would we substitute with?
Hikari's right. I think we should meet up with the client. Also,
That guy, he was fast enough that he got into the camp without me noticing. This guy's fast. He's strong. I don't know how Shini will hold his own. He might be stronger, he might be weaker.
well, let's fucking hope Shini kills him.
And what if Shini doesn't?
Then we're already fucked, aren't we?
Let's figure that. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it.
You're right. until we know what's happening, we should probably proceed. That way... She doesn't want to say Sheni won't have died for nothing, but it's kind of what's in her eyes.
It's almost like there's a pattern where in all these scene missions, there's a moment where you kind of think, did Sheni fucking die?
Yeah, Ava's, this is her third time being like, yeah, she's probably dead, so she's kind of used to it. That's why she's less perturbed by this. It's like, well, I've mourned him twice.
I was saying, hopefully this setup is not getting old.
Yeah, Ava's just kind of got a, I've mourned him twice now sort of face. Like I don't want him to be dead, but, you know,
yeah, fuck it, man. I ain't got time for it. I got a more Sheni every week.
pretty much like, look, roughly every 2 weeks, I need to mourn the death of Sheni.
Yeah, Sheni ass in the ground every damn 2 weeks. I don't know. Every fortnight, we having a damn wait for his ass, and I mean, I ain't got time for all that shit. Yeah, I gotta go. I got money to make.
The fucker dies like Superman. He dies like Goku.
His ass sitting up in new clothes and shit, talking about some. Yeah, I got this new. What the fuck you talking about? What?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so she's just gonna look to Hikari and be like, well, I guess you're the boss until this gets answered, is the most nice and euphemistic way she can phrase that. So, what's the fucking plan?
We go in, we meet the client.
Aye, aye.
Okay. So just as a bit of more general description of like what you're sitting outside of, the factory itself, the perimeter of the factory is gated off, and outside the gate you see men, or at least like there's a few guys. They're dressed pretty much like mall security, pretty much just like in Naruto style, like whatever the equivalent of like a really like shitty polo shirt and some khakis with like branding on it, and then maybe like some kind of like sidearm weapon or something like that.
Cool.
Like that's what they have. That's their security force. That's what they look like.
Ava smirks. I'll handle this. She'd like to walk.
Oh god.
She'd like to walk up to them and say, and just.
Hikari sighs.
She'll take off.
Please don't insult anyone.
She'll take off the scarf so they can see her headband. Hey, we're here to see the boss.
Oh. Oh yeah. I guess the ninja are here.
Yep.
Can I insight check them?
Excuse me. Oh yeah, I guess the ninja are here. And I'm just gonna speak normally, guys. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'll figure it out later.
Like,
some people won't have the accents, I guess.
Like, yep. Will they let us?
Afternoon.
You got any kind of idea or anything outside of that that can be faked, right?
Oh, I might have something that
Not
could
unless
help.
they want to be put on a very, very short list for a very, very untimely end.
Ava would like to,
You know what?
to gold up one of her fingers. Just be like, can this be faked?
I don't, mate. I don't know. I go off the doors.
No.
Yeah.
I'll teach you then. Consider this a free lesson. No, this cannot be faked. Yes, we are ninja. Yes, we are going in now.
Oh, all right. Well, have a nice day then. And they're gonna open the gate.
She'll just gestures for the
Thank
other two.
you.
Just like, see, I wasn't mean. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't hurt either of them. I can handle
That
this.
child was weird, wasn't she?
I'm-
Yeah, she had a weird
I'm
accent.
the party face.
Sounded like she should be from here, but like not really from here.
Have a good day, sir.
You as
Yes.
well. Yeah. And you guys, actually no. They probably wouldn't have asked for like proof that you guys were ninja because Nanimo was in a transformation that dropped the transformation. So
True.
Oh yeah.
they saw. In fact, they probably saw that when Nanimo first arrived. They probably seemed a bit like, "What the fuck is he doing here?"
So we can enter unimpeached.
You can enter unimpeached,
Super.
Okay.
unimpeded,
Impeded. That's what I was looking for.
unbound.
Silly me.
I know a motherfucker who should be impeached.
That may have been one
The
of my
man who
ideas.
runs the company. Let's go meet him.
Yes. So
Let's go meet him.
we can head up into like.
If we get up there and it's Paro.
Just look at your shoes. Somebody get my shoes. I'm on the shoe.
Yeah.
He doesn't know I'm in his shoe. I'm going to eat his shoe, and I'm going to eat him. I'm going to take over during his arc. He won't get away with it.
Oh god. But yeah, we can head up. Just
We love it, don't we, folks?
Yeah, you can head up. You're there's probably like a by the time you're getting into the lobby, there's an assistant or like a receptionist who knows you guys are coming today, or knows you guys were like incoming at some point because you did your for training. So by this point, you've now been met by like a liaison, and she's directing you, like she's escorting you up to this big, nice meeting room that you're gonna meet the boss in, meet the owner of the ramen factory.
cool. Can I ever do a quick insight check on this liaison? Just trying to get a vibe.
Sure, yeah, she's
Yeah.
no gender equality. He's
Cool.
He's chill.
He's chill.
Just
Okay.
he also just seems like he's ready to get through the rest of the day. You know, it's going a little slow, but it's not super rough. You guys are probably like the first thing he's had to like really do today, so he's enjoying the ability to get to stretch his legs. So yeah, you can roll insight on
Cool.
it.
Ha! Crit.
With that crit,
Crit.
Ayla, you
As in
can
a
tell
crit 1 or a crit 20?
Crit 20.
with that inflection, I can tell it was a crit. That's a crit 1. If it's a crit, that motherfucker. They hype. They ready.
Yeah.
I know what I got. I can tell what I got. DM. That's what that tone.
Exactly. That was the fuck yes. I want to know whether this person is happy here, whether they, what their deal is, how loyal they are to the boss. Basically, trying to get a vibe of the boss based on how they treat their lessers, because
You got a laundry list, huh? They seem fairly like bored or like content enough with their current occupation because like whatever the pay is decent enough, and it's for whatever reason they seem okay with the job.
Cool.
They seem like they're not like too just happy with it. You do get the distinct sense that like maybe you guys' delay for training might have been a hassle because he seems a bit like, thank fuck, I don't have to deal with this bullshit anymore. Like he seems a bit like exasperated, like fucking finally. I thought Ninja was supposed to be fat, but he also seems like not my place. I'll get my paycheck by keeping my mouth shut. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and just
cool. So
direct you guys to the job. So he's feeling he's loyal enough to the work because the work is consistent and valuable to him.
He's not like
he's
not like a true believer. He's not he's not a ninkin we have to deal with. He's just
probably not a sick
guy working a wage. Cool. That's all Ava really needs to know. She gets him. She can see that he's not once again not a ninkin, not a slave. Just like cool. That is good to know because I imagine that her dad would have told her once. You can tell a lot about a person from how they treat their lessers more than how they treat their equals. They're just making that little assessment.
Yeah, guy's probably just ready to get back to his, he had a cup of instant ramen from the factory he was about to munch down on for lunch. So
cool.
Probably ready to go sit back down with that. But that's about all you can read from him. He doesn't seem like even that interested in you guys truly, just that like your being here finally fulfills a criteria he was meant to get done for a checklist, and now he has that done.
Super.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, you ready to open these doors?
Yep, we're opening the doors unless
Yep.
Hikari or Nanimo has any objection.
Yep.
Nope.
Cool, let's go.
Okay. You guys push open these doors to this large meeting room and see this very long table with tons of chairs at it, which you assume shareholders or some big, important bigwig who probably doesn't put that much value to the company but still gets a larger paycheck than anybody sits at, and they talk about lines going up and down and all other kinds of things. And at the very end of the table, because it is completely bereft of people, there's nobody there, you see this young, pretty like very actually good looking guy. He has like a pretty Western style suit on, long, kind of like goldenish, like almost like wheat colored hair. Very well kept. He has a bun, like has it in a bun, and then like a very nice like satin like bonnet for the little small bun. And he's waiting for you guys pretty expectantly, and when you guys open the door and he sees you and he sees your ninja headbands, he smiles very widely, and he's gonna greet you guys and say, hello! It's nice to meet you. I forgot it. I wanted this character to sound like Ben Mendelsohn.
Nindo, mate.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for that one,
Yep,
mate.
just
Afternoon to you as well.
a will nod. Yeah.
We must control the population of Gorman and take the Crocite, or whatever you say.
Kyalkite.
Calkite. Yeah, welcome to, I can't say the name I was about to say because that is the name of an actual ramen company.
We'll just call it Big Ramen.
Welcome to, for now, Big Ramen, and I'll fix the name in the next session, mate. Wait a minute. I was under... He kind of sounds a little bit like Jason Statham too. I was under the impression that I bought 4 Shinobi. Where's the last one?
If we...
Right?
He's gotten a little held up.
Ava's gonna scowl. She had
Be a long.
a better answer. It was like, damn it. Damn it, your honesty, Hikari. Is just the face she's given.
I can respect a man having to attend to his needs and matters to make his money. It makes sense. Well, listen, my young friends, the work I have for you all is not necessarily for the faint of heart, but we've needed the finesse and the strength of ninja to help us solve a bit of an issue. We've really been having problems as of late, and we think outsourcing to an up-and-coming hidden ninja village like yours is the way to go to maximize our effectiveness and efficiency and ability to prosper throughout the aforementioned situation.
Mm-hmm. Just nodding like this tracks, yep.
Hikari is not saying anything, just listening to what he's saying.
Mm-hmm. So, you noticed it on the way in, right?
Be a little more specific.
You mean the border patrol? Yes, we met them.
Ah, the bandits. Yes. They're only a symptom of the greater issue, love. There's a sickness, a darkness just creeping throughout our village here, throughout the factory. And we don't have long before this whole village is burning.
And if they're the symptom,
In fact,
what's the issue?
the sparks have already begun flying.
Sorry.
Well, you see, about 75% of the village's population are factory employees.
Mm-hmm.
The entire village itself is, well, a company, town. We are the village, and when people decide to strike, they end up withholding their labor from their neighbors and their town as well. You know, mate? So it's a tricky situation, but we need, again, to use the term, a strong hand to start to, try and correct and ease the tensions with the public and our employees and also their families. You're picking up what I'm putting down. We believe the bandits are at least a few shifts on the factory schedule, but we've been having trouble to pin it down, mate. And we think you guys can help with that. We think you can help with keeping these guys from any more sabotaging and lots of other things. So it's going to be tricky work, but I'm hoping you all will be up for the job.
So to clarify, what you're hiring us to do is to stop these bandits from causing more trouble? Or is our function to settle this little labor dispute?
Let's just say whatever you need to do to protect profits, the more you'll profit.
Ava's gonna smile. Just a genuine, broad smile. This man is speaking her
He
language.
smiles back at you, Ava. He smiles back at you, Ava. He feels like you get it. He's gonna take a little glance at Hikari and Nanimo, see how they're reacting.
Hikari is trying to show herself as the picture of professionalism, but how good is his perception?
At the moment, you think he's being pretty earnest with you guys, because like he's already pretty much given you the job and you've already like pretty much accepted. Like whether
No,
you...
I mean,
go ahead.
how well would he be able to see he's something that she's trying to hide and hide?
I couldn't tell you that extremely well. I don't think you've interacted with him long enough for me to give you like a clean like analysis on him. But I'll say, Hikari, you're a ninja. This guy's not a ninja. You think you got a pretty good chance of being able to...
So she is portraying herself as the picture of professionalism, but on the inside she is going, I do not trust him.
He rolled a 5, so don't worry about it. Yeah, he'll...
Okay.
He thinks you are also like pretty on board and just being a very professional young kunoichi. Nanimo Jumbai, how about you?
Nanimo, he looks a bit... He looks miffed ever so slightly, but that is partly due to the fact he wanted to go help Sheni, and now he's here listening to this greaseball.
Well, mate, that makes me, you guys being here makes me feel a lot better. There's rumors that, this rebel group has even hired a ninja of their own, which is crazy. I couldn't imagine how they could even, get the funding to do that. That would be, a bit weird.
Would you like us to substantiate that rumor?
Mm-hmm.
For a bonus. She just smiles.
Well, excuse me. I used the term rumor. I should have said there's been sightings, because that's why the form Nanimo was in it was like notable to people.
She's gonna be disappointed all by that, because she was just gonna.
I'm sorry.
She was just going to.
I'm sorry. That's Game Master's error.
Oh.
That's me messing with my words.
Just because otherwise she would have then, as soon as he said yes, she'd be like, "Yep, it's true. That's right. Our fourth guy is. Pay me."
My word.
Yeah, she's like, yes. Yes, we also
Yeah,
cited...
he kind of nonchalantly mentions how like he's not even sure how they could pay a missing ninja, but he's pretty sure they've gotten the muscle of one, though he's not sure how good he is.
Did you just specify a missing ninja?
Because they haven't been... You'd be assuming it's a missing ninja because he has no affiliation.
Just tucking that one away. Oh, yeah, yes, that...
And missing ninja are typically cheaper than you sanctioned ones. Well, aren't you guys sanctioned? I found you fairly cheap.
Complicated.
We're on the up and up.
Fair enough. I will not look into that anymore. It didn't cost me that much, and I'm fine with that. Anyway, like I said, it should be pretty hard for these guys to even pay for this, and if they are able to pay for it, that means they're also probably stealing from us.
So, do you know of any instigators or organizational leaders that we might be able to have a chat with and maybe get some answers on these questions?
Well, we've been trying to place in moles, but they're rather well hidden. It's been hard. That's why we've come to the conclusion that force might be what's best at this point.
She's never gonna nod, just be like, that was my intention. I can be remarkably persuasive. Just tell me who I need to ask.
I think they just... Yes, ma'am. I think they just need someone to lean over them a bit and remind them, mate. Remember who's helping you eat, literally.
Mm-hmm.
This is a pretty good place. There's not much to want for here. Housing is provided. As long as you work, you literally get to eat. So it's not too bad a deal there. We've even worked out some, some would say some pretty extraordinary and experimental
healthcare systems.
What kind of healthcare?
I think it'd be easy if you got to see it for yourself and me explaining it right.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll get a chance to eventually.
So, can you give us at least the place you stuck your moles? Just something to get a lead on.
Well, they're in a few different departments.
Such as...
One of them is in the packing, one of them is in the shipping industry, or the shipping division, and we got one in our sales division. Well, one of the cooking division.
Cooking division? Just malicious little smirk, as... it's pretty clear who she's going to suggest goes to the cooking division.
Yep.
Yeah, just a little flash of malice in those eyes. So shipping, packing, cooking. And you believe that someone in each of those is an instigator and, well, there's an old saying about what happens when you cut off the head of a snake.
Could be.
She's just nodding, just, thoughtful look.
We've been looking into this for a few years now, but ever since they got involved with this pink-haired guy, it's been pretty messy. Hard to pin him down.
I do have one more question for you.
Yeah.
How invested is this company in these instigators surviving? Is that preferable, not preferable, or of no concern?
At the moment, if I'm to be frank, mate, they're costing a bit much more than they're producing, but they are still my countrymen, and, well, to be even more frank and a bit more of a capitalist, they are labor. So, I'd rather not have to replace them and retrain people. At the exact same time, people are replaceable. So, I would prefer if you could just, put the fear calm a bit about this stuff and, just show that, the boss is looking into it a bit more seriously than just, we'll win at you guys meeting as we've been doing so far.
Understood. She's gonna look to her teammates like, do you have any
Hikari just
questions?
nods.
Now, there's a very important, piece of the puzzle here that I'm not sure if you children are grasping just yet that I think I should, specify.
Yes.
He is going to reach into his desk and he's going to pull out a little bowl. And I hate that Nanimo is still away from the keyboard at the moment because he is the only person who could recognize what is in the bowl because he looked into the pot while he was at the shack.
Okay. So what is...
You see in the bowl what appear to be little coins, like a little Rio almost.
Little Rio, okay. Ava's gonna be very interested all of a sudden.
Yeah, you looking a little closer?
Yeah, definitely.
Ava, you can instantly tell those are not real Rio.
Are they better or worse forgeries than mine?
They're worse forgeries because they're very obvious forgeries. These are little pieces of pasta that have been cut into basically the shape of coins and pressed with a machine to where if you've ever seen, I always reference Cinders because Cinders talks about like sharecropping and the fact that like plantations around that era had these little wooden nickels that you could go around to shops in town with and trade, and it would basically be an IOU because like, oh, okay, the person who employs you is pretty much good for it. So eventually you're going to come back and pay me because you have this wooden coin that like is an IOU basically. He is showing you a bowl full of these pasta coins, these noodle coins, these ramen coins.
And this is what he's saying about, this is what I mean by, if you work, you eat.
I see.
All paying the village is, big ramen brand coinage. You have to convert it.
How much does water cost?
Oh, it's, we got a few streams around, so it's pretty free, but, cleanliness can vary sometimes.
How much do housing cost?
Yeah.
And if all of the money here is bought with with this pasta money, how are we able to use regular Rio? And what about other tourists? Do they need to?
That's the thing. You can't. So I'm gonna need you to get it converted.
I see.
Ava would like to, be like, okay, let's,
Or at the very least, don't flash it around, and we'll just throw it into your mission pay, and I'll cover your expenses.
Good idea.
But you could always convert it.
Can we convert it back?
Sure. Eventually, when you're done with your mission. And we've, figure out what's going on with this little rebellion, strike, labor, whatever.
Okay,
Understood.
I would like to pull out a couple of fake coins and just be like, for, her forgeries, and be like, I don't know, convert me a little, just in case I need to be under the auspice of buying something.
Okay. If you pull out 3 forgeries, he's going to give you 5 coins from each. So you have 3 noodle coins.
Cool. Okay, I have 3 noodle coins.
And there's one more thing. I keep forgetting things. These are a bit more valuable than just, being regular noodles. These are the most high quality noodle that the factory can produce.
How good?
In fact, they're so high quality, they have some pretty special properties to them.
Such as?
He's going to reach into his desk again. He's going to pull out a little electric kettle. And then like a knife set, like a cutlery set. And he turns the electric kettle on. He waits only a few seconds because it's a very high dollar electric kettle. The water begins to steam very quickly. He pours some of that boiling water into that bowl of noodle money. Pulls it closer to himself. Pulls out a pack of instant ramen, seasoning package. Adds that to it, and he begins to eat this bowl of noodle money. But as he is doing that, he's going to take the knife from the cutlery set and show you guys he's going to make a very small cut on the back of his hand. And as he's eating that, you can watch as the wound closes instantly in front of him.
Oh.
Fascinating.
Yeah. So, it's about worth its weight in gold.
Hikari just gives an understanding nod.
Yes.
And that's why these guys are so dangerous, because while it's not, our biggest seller, this is technically the most valuable product the factory produces. And, this pink-haired man, he's stealing tons of it.
Oh dear.
And I believe that is where we'll be leaving this story off for right now. Approximately 30 seconds before the attack on Squad Zero, the pink-haired man had not gotten up bright and early for his task today, as it wasn't one he was really looking forward to all that much. And if it were completely up to him, he'd much rather either ignore it till it went away, or outrun it to some faraway place, maybe a nice and warm sunny beach somewhere in the Lost Continent, rather than this constantly dreary and grey village and this money-grubbing pigsty of a country. Meanwhile, the padding to and fro of small feet in the old cramped house he currently called a hideout wouldn't, however, let him sleep in much further, as the home's other occupant had her heart fully set on making him breakfast before work after all, disliking his habit of quick and easy junk food as his go-to fuel source before such strenuous activity. So of course he'd merely snagged a couple cups of instant ramen, bought and sourced in a village far from this oppressively profit-driven hellhole, of course, and he was just finishing scarfing them down before he quietly leaps from the roof of the shack and makes a beeline for the outskirts of the land of noodles, and towards the macabre mill marshlands that line its border, in order to ensure the Shinobi the boys and he spotted earlier really did keep on water walk after that embarrassing defeat they'd handed them. He'd already checked that area a few times over the past few days, but it would be a downright embarrassment in their own right to let disinterest or the boredom of checking empty swamplands, fields, and open ocean mislead him from nipping an issue in the bud before it can even take root, not when they couldn't afford for any more conveniences as it were. And besides, thanks to the thunderstorm that was rolling through the area, the act of changing the form and function of his lightning chakra was a bit easier and more efficient, so it simply made sense to cover the extra ground while he could save on mileage. Though once again, it seemed like this effort would come up short, as he was beginning to get the feeling that if the enemy hired ninja didn't retreat, they are instead both very used to and very good at hiding in dark, grimy, dank, creepy, and unsettling places, the kind that most sane people wouldn't want to spend much time in at all if possible. As with only a few of those bloody sunbone hornet buggers he'd ran into, he'd sour his mood even further, even though he was thankful there appeared to be a great few less than he was used to around these parts. At least that was the case before two things happened simultaneously. His metabolism, having already burned through the cheap ramen in his stomach, caused it to rumble a bit painfully, and thus, a desire for food, good food specifically, gave him a bit of a perception advantage to catch a whiff of something extremely out of place in this area. The scent of something pleasant, like the smell of a very delicious and well-prepared breakfast, wafting from a certain foreboding and ominous-looking nook of the swamplands, which he realizes now possibly due to a genjutsu he was originally avoiding subconsciously, as opposed to his now being nearly beckoned off his feet and through the air towards the scent, where he finds one of those children playing at being a ninja, enjoying what appears to be tasty-looking salmon croquettes, and pored over some little book carelessly. Suddenly, hunger is replaced by bloodlust, as the memory of those kids thoughtlessly mowing down the men of udon he trained flashes alongside a strike of booming thunder, which would oh so easily help mask and hide his actions. So why should he show mercy instead of just punting the little silver-haired bastard's head off? Of course, before he can, the tall, dreary-looking bony bloke gets in his way, stopping his charge outright, and rather quickly irritating the pink-haired man, as he's a bit insulted and surprised this gloomy bootlooker is able to seemingly keep up with him. Or rather, did he react to his leaking killing intent as he charged up just now, in a mad and terrifying scramble that nearly topples over the frying pan the boy was sat next to, and the tasty and fragrant morsels of food sizzling softly on his cast iron surface. The gray-haired lad dashes full speed into one of those morbid-looking tents. Or rather, he tries to, as at first, he seemingly has to bang on its surface frantically and argue with one of the occupants inside before he is finally allowed in, revealing the rest of the enemy in the process. This surges even more resolve to the lightning-quick rosy rogue, enough that he begins to drive the sight fielder back in his tracks, as stubborn as they may be, and subsequently showing the bony Burke's hand as his attempts to hold his line better with the use of Earth Chakra is easily cancelled out by his own Lightning Chakra, allowing inertia and weight to do the rest of the work. Well, that, and the aftershock and electrical buildup to his motion, all suddenly being discharged through the bone user's body with bright and devastating voltage that lights up the marsh, the blow being strong enough to break the Sensei's weapon in half, and allowing the pink-haired man to plow through his guard and into center mass to weaken him for the next attack. But instead of particularly giving another chance for this, he decides to burn extra chakra in order to pull off a specialty he'd worked to master even beyond the lightning-style chakra-enhanced movement technique, racing forward once again as his opponent attempts to react and counter with hand signs of his own. He clasps his own in between them, using his sleight of hand before subsequently dashing past the bone man as if he'd stolen the chakra he was about to weave, or rather, the bioelectricity running between his brain and his chakra network in order to steal his reaction, turning that desire to protect his comrades into a liability, as it allows the pink-haired man an extra movement to dash towards the bone TP, and the getting hidden within, with no hopes of their Jonin Sensei being able to close the distance in order to save them from his next zip kick, as with a slicing zap, he cuts the top half of the tent off, with full intention of beheading anyone unfortunate enough to still be standing up inside, with enough momentum and airtime to swivel and spin his hips on a dime to redirect himself for a vertical attack this time, only to be shocked to his core as huddled inside are not three unfamiliar kids playing at being ninja, but instead three familiar grown men playing at being capable of standing up against ninja, as he'd personally filled their heads with thoughts of rebellion and grand exploits of heroism akin to the ninja read about in storybooks, though now they simply seem as bewildered as their commander, narrowly avoiding friendly fire, and using the opportunity to ensure that these aren't mere transformations. The pink-haired man begins to piece things together, especially when he recognizes one of his comrades as the exact same man he'd given a very key task to complete this morning, keeping an eye on her. But if he's all the way out here, that must mean the little bastards were swapped out with his men and must already be in the noodle. Fiercely, he whips around prepared to attack the crafty bone user and cover his comrades while they got up and got their bearings. However, what he sees is the sight folder's eyes glint wickedly, as in his hands, the broken halves of his weapon are slightly hidden beneath the shadows of his cloak and morphed into a new state, as its range and lightness increased drastically upon being formed into a necrotically forged Kusarigama, linking the blade of the meant-to-be broken scythe by a spine-like chain, which is weighed down at the other end by a skull. A garishly ghoulish weapon, the foreigner rushes towards them with deadly speed and brutal weight, and completes the job of destroying the TPs once used by the Jonin's Guinea, and now obviously the occupants inside. At least this would be the case if the pink-haired speedster didn't use his reaction to trying to aid his friends in dodging, though to seemingly little avail, as his back is still grazed, allowing a trickle of blood to stain his jacket, and his comrades are not nearly as lucky as even that, with one or two of them bearing fatal wounds, to which the remaining one he was able to save begins to desperately try to stabilize his fellow Union members. "You're a right fucking knob targeting the weak," still swinging his chained bony blade, hard enough to have it whip cruelly and loudly through the air. The foreign shinobi continues approaching. "Look who's talking. You've come at my students twice now. Don't you know that leads to death? Now, get back up," causing his opponent to tilt his head, as he is then further horrified when the shadows of his fallen comrades suddenly rise out of them and attack by pouncing on and beginning to try and maul he and the final remaining bandit, if not for another quick bit of blinking movement to this time shove the weaker fighter out of the way, so that all the black ghosts are able to strike is a literally shocking afterimage. Now outnumbered, and suddenly running out of more and more stamina to fuel his ninjutsu, becomes quickly evident to all present combatants how this battle will end unless something changes. And since after the brightness of the man's lightning clone had already done away with one of his newly created backup black ghosts, the bone ninja decides to press his advantage, summoning a much larger platoon of his forces to surround them on all sides. "You didn't show much hesitation to do it to a bunch of kids, so how do you like being left afraid and outnumbered by your enemy?" Defiantly standing tall, the lightning chakra user attempts to mold his energy once again, but he's already aware that it won't work, and making matters worse, the bandit he used some of it on in an attempt to save makes a sudden break for it in what appears to be abandonment, an act which doesn't even break a hole to escape through the enemy corral in, as the black ghost systematically and perfectly close in to finish the man off before he can escape, only held back by the fact that he isn't trying to, as the rebel worker makes a beeline towards the skillet the silver-haired boy was cooking on earlier, and flings the food inside it towards his comrade, with a call of the words that unified their cause. "Alone we beg, together we bargain!" These words alone, before the man is even mauled for his final act, give the pink-haired man a partial shock of inspiration, and the salmon croquettes he devours gives him the extra fuel he needs to run on just a little bit longer, so that when the army of black abominations closes in on the spot he occupies, they are only successful in hitting air once again, as he dexterously slips and blinks past all of them, spiraling out and around the group at the highest speed he can manage. Once so fast, he begins whipping up the damp, blustering winds of the thunderstorm that are assaulting the marshlands and electrifying them, until he once again becomes the hunter, by trapping the shadow bone user and his minions in a bright, twisting cage of lightning, strong enough that many a black ghost is pulled off his feet and subsequently obliterated with powerful voltage and bright light. It is a truly brilliant attack, or rather, a distraction that hides the true purpose of this stage of the jutsu, the user building enough speed and running fast enough to ride the winds up and to the very eye of the electricity tornado, where the very tip of the toes are surged with lightning chakra, turning them into a rod to call and kick down a devastating bolt of booming lightning directly at the bone user. With this awe-inspiring use of the speedster's ultimate technique, devastation is the only reliable outcome, as it takes quite a while for the winds to settle down and the dust to clear, leaving only a small crater which the waters of the marsh have already begun to soak into in an attempt to fill it. Meanwhile, catching his breath from the massive attack he'd only ever had so many chances to use, the speedster can't help but feel some pride in himself. But it's rather short-lived before a large fireball rocketing towards him and increasing the humidity of the area reveals he's failed in killing his opponent. And instead, he's only succeeded in falling for his gamble, as the fire ninjutsu is seemingly just a means of making the quick and erratic fighter move the way the Master of Shadows wishes him to, leaving him open for another slash of the scythe, one which should surely be a kill shot, but which this time takes off, or rather shatters, one of the bandit boss's arms, revealing it to be some kind of prosthetic when the wound does not bleed. At first, the bandit speedster is shocked to still be alive, and then he is creeped out by the look of familiarity the seemingly undead enemy has on his half-destroyed face, now that he's up close and personal. But with no chance of another miracle like this coming through for him, the lightning user puts his everything into one final hit-and-run tactic, leaping into the air and building up friction and charge with a series of bicycle kicks, which drive the bone user back, before enough vultures to pull off a final zip kick is reached, and with it, the opponent's head is kicked clean off, as the starting stride of the speedsters retreat back towards Udon as fast as his lightning chakra-empowered legs could possibly carry him. A sick feeling in his once again rapidly emptying stomach, about what the other ninja could have done in the few moments since they've arrived, whether she will be alright or not. And of course, the eerie feeling that even a fight like this will not be enough to keep a monster pretending to be a human like that bone ninja down long.
Fucking hell. Sure didn't expect to see a boogeyman of the bingo book down here. Just had to hope I bought enough time for us to finish up, because if that guy makes it to the factory, we're all done for.
Meanwhile, back at the destroyed campsite, the pink-haired man's fears are indeed confirmed, as by the time we rejoin him, a very unhappy Sheni is already partway through the process of piecing himself back together, with just a smidgen of help from his remaining black ghosts, even if a bit clumsily. The sullen ninja's mood souring even further, as he looks back on the fight and comes to realizations. Number 1, the kids really may be making him soft, since he really can't believe that guy looking just vaguely like Nanimo was enough to make him hesitate and not take the kill. Number 2, this mission, like the other 2 C ranks they've been trying to complete in this handful of weeks, is already beginning to feel awfully B or maybe even A ranky. And number 3, and worst of all, he is in pretty rough shape after all that and everything else he's been doing recently, hence his desire to rest up this morning. But looking at himself in the murky reflection of the marshlands, he sighs, knowing better than to go into a populated area looking like this.
Oh, drag me to hell. This ain't good.
Of course, things just had to get more complicated.